Hello.
Hello, Danielira.
How are you, Kakiro?
Very good, Danielira.
I'm happy to know that.
How are you, Danielira?
I'm good.
How are you post seismic activity Thursday here in Bogota?
Yesterday,
In the
yeah.
whole of Colombia, but
Oh,
we
here in
were we
Bogota,
were
it
at
was,
the epicenter
yeah.
of the seismic activity.
I mean, we've said this. It wasn't the worst because I remember maybe it was 2 months ago that there was one at night.
No, I think it was more than that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
maybe. Okay, so, but this year, I think. It
yeah,
was this
yeah,
year, if
probably
I'm
this
not
year.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that time, the, like, the structure of the building
yeah.
made a sound,
It-
which was
it
very
creaked.
scary. Yeah.
It creaked and crunched the whole building.
Yeah, but this time it was weird because it was very long.
It was very long.
Yeah, the light
swaying. Oh yeah,
was
the
like a
movement.
swing.
It was a lot of movement. A lot of movement.
Yes, it was scary. And the replica, I don't know how to call that in English. I don't know what the term is.
The replicants, yeah, Blade Runner, yeah.
No.
No. I'm sure it can be called that.
Okay. So that one was still pretty hard.
Yeah. So the second one after
The
that.
second one, yeah.
It swayed quite a lot too.
And then, I mean, everyone was talking about that because all the buildings, like, evacuated.
Yes.
I mean, in the replica, we went out
Yeah.
to the park and it was full. And I have to say, Chile was pretty scared.
All the dogs, they
Poor
know what's going
Chilita.
on.
Yeah. Her heart was just going to get out of her chest. It
Yeah.
was like,
Her like little
crazy.
pigeon heart.
yeah. And she was like barking and like eyes super open.
Yeah, they know it. They know what's gonna happen.
And then, so that was around the middle of the day.
Yeah, midday.
Yeah.
I think the second one came about 10 minutes after.
Yeah, so
maybe
it was
15
like
minutes
12
after.
something. No, I think it was more.
The second one?
Yeah, because I think I
No,
was reading a
15
report
minutes.
about 12:04, the
Yeah.
first one, and then 1 something.
I don't think so. I'm almost sure that it wasn't
No?
45 minutes from one to the other. No, because people were out still,
Okay.
and it didn't take us too long to say, okay, we should go.
Yeah. So
Because we went downstairs on the second one.
yeah, so there were 2 earthquakes.
Not earthquakes.
Well, that's the name in. How do you call that here?
No, but I really do think that earthquake has to be past like a certain number in the scale.
Okay.
You can't call anything.
So
an
it was a
earthquake.
6.1 tremor.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Then a replica. And then at night,
What I don't know if we could
I'm
call
gonna
it.
call it replica.
Oh, really? Yeah, let's
That's
call it
how.
that.
I mean, that's the term in English, in Spanish.
In English, yeah.
In English,
Yeah,
of course, my
of
first
course.
language.
Yeah.
So you can see it in my accent.
Oh,
but,
yeah. So,
and
And-
after that,
yeah.
at night, I mean,
Yeah,
I
that
was
one was
already-
annoying.
yeah, I was in my pajamas already. I was like doing I was like holding Chili and I was giving her like a little massage.
Massage.
And she just did like a sound and she was like she run to the bed, to the side of the bed, and she was like laying,
Yeah, she knew.
and then it started again.
Yeah, we
This
had
one
like
was-
a fourth one.
Yeah. Well, they were saying like 100 replicas.
Yeah,
but
I think
you
the ones
don't feel them.
yeah, the ones that we noticed were
4.
because we had 3. So in the middle of the day, just the big one, then a smaller one that was still kind of big, and then a smallest one.
Yes.
Maybe we probably spent about 20 minutes outside, maybe
Maybe.
25 minutes, and then we came up, and then
There was a little
10 minutes
one.
later, we had another one again,
Yeah.
and then we thought it had gone, it was over, and no, at night, again,
Yeah.
yeah,
But and also it's terrible because it was, I mean, the hard one was, as we were saying, in the middle of the day, midday. But then at night, so it's like you're super alert at night.
yeah.
Because I think if just the one of the middle of the day happened, like you would be able to sleep okay.
Yeah, I couldn't
like,
sleep that
easier?
well, to
No,
be
and I
super
have
honest
to
with
say
you.
this because I'm gonna throw you under the bus. But
Okay, yeah, sure, every day.
we were
Jesus
super
Christ.
alert because of the tremor. And then uh, I was sleeping, and Nicolas started moving like he was awake
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the night.
At
And
like
he
10:30.
decided, no, it was later.
No, no, no. It's just that you fell asleep.
Okay. And he started to move his feet. So
Okay.
all the bed was moving.
As like normal people do, and
When you're going to
they're
sleep, you
like
don't have
up.
to. No.
I
And I
wasn't
was
like
like,
moving. I
no,
wasn't like jumping on the bed.
I felt it.
I know you felt it,
And
but
I was like,
you
Nicolas.
were probably like a little nervy,
And
like
you were
a
like,
little
no, I'm
nervy.
sorry. I'm just moving my foot. And
Yeah.
I was like, Nicolas, okay. And then I went back to sleep, and you kept moving it. And I was like, Nicolas. And you were like, no, it's my foot again. And I was like, can you please stop?
I think, I think.
Please? I think I said, can. No, whatever. No, no me voy a echar al agua.
No, you kicked me out, but
No.
no, I think it's one of those things that I honestly, Danny, I think I do that every single night, every single time.
Yeah, but
it was
not
just,
that night.
I wasn't even
Please.
thinking about it. I think you were just a little nervous. So any little bit of movement, and especially since you were falling asleep, you were getting a little bit, like a little nervous.
I mean, Fer
It was one time that, like, after that, after Footgate, Chili started moving because she was sleeping in bed with us, and you were like, what's going on? Oh no, it's Chili.
Yeah.
So no, I think I'm not minimizing what you were feeling. I think you were just a little nervous.
And also,
but I am gonna move my
this
feet.
morning, yeah,
'Cause
this
you're
morning.
sounding a little crazy if you tell me that I can't move my feet.
No,
in
you
bed.
can, but not
Thank you.
yesterday. I mean,
Not
I was
yesterday.
very alert.
Be dead. Yeah, play
No, the
dead.
thing is that when I go to sleep,
Could
and
you
we've
not
talked
breathe
about this,
that loudly?
but I'm like that. I mean, you can't hear me, you can't feel me. I'm just like a rock when I go to bed.
Amazing.
But you move, and I'm
Well,
okay
I'm
with
alive. Yes.
that. But
I mean, people that are alive usually, have signs of being alive, even if they're like
I don't.
in bed.
I usually don't.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah, Fer was telling me this morning that, like she was also, I'm sorry, super alert,
yeah.
and she thought that the TV was like to the side, so she went up
Yeah.
and tried to fix the TV.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's so
that
weird
was our
how
morning conversations.
how irrational kind of we get when we're afraid.
I guess she was falling asleep and she thought about that, like, oh,
Yeah.
the TV is going
No,
to
I
the
was just
side.
I was just trying not to, because I figured if there is like a smaller one after this, it's bound to be, if there's a smaller one or a bigger one after, it's just bound to. I don't know why. I mean, I'm speaking as if there's rules to any of this, and there isn't. You never know. If you could predict it, that would be wonderful. But no. But I was just like, I'm gonna be up. So if we have to like run or do
Yeah,
something,
and also
or at least like say, hey, everything's moving again. Don't just everyone calm down.
you were sleeping with your clothes, like
Yeah,
your
I was ready.
pants,
I was ready.
everything. I think you
Yeah,
were
yeah,
just
yeah.
missing your shoes.
Yeah, I had my passport in my pocket. I
Yeah,
speed dial to cancel all
Yeah.
my credit cards.
with a tuna can
yeah.
under the
A
pillow.
torch
Yeah,
and a crucifix.
a gallon of water.
Just if this was the beginning of like vampire
No, and
apocalypse.
the other thing is that the one that was at night, all the sirens went off,
Yeah, so here the buildings have like a siren
like
that
emergency sirens.
yeah, that they'll use quite sparingly, to be honest.
And
It's
it's
not as if
very
it's
weird
something
to listen to those all
yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
because I'm not entirely sure if that's something that is required by law. Maybe your
think-
dad knows.
I don't know,
But
I think it's more like of a security thing, like when they're trying to get
usually,
into a.
yeah,
Or
usually,
that's how I associate
yeah. I
it,
don't,
but
but I don't think it's required by law to have a siren.
let's check.
But this is
But I don't
like,
know.
there were like tweets yesterday of people in highly like densely populated like areas that have like super tall buildings, that they would just show their neighborhoods. Like neighborhoods are like, buildings as far as your eye could see, but all the buildings with their sirens. And I was just telling Danny, like, this is a bomb raid. This is
Yeah.
like a World War II bomb raid. I mean, it sounds that bad. If every single building is just like turning on their sirens, their alarms. It's just weird. It's just really strange to do that. But yeah, but we live on top of a fault. So I
We,
mean,
as in
we as
our
in
city.
Colombia, yeah, and
Our,
specifically our
yeah.
city has like a bit of a fault. Um, so it's almost like bound to happen at some point. I mean, we're not invoking tragedy, but it's just because the only earthquake that Bogota has had 17,
1917.
yeah. So 106 years ago. So yeah.
Mm, yeah, so that was yesterday. Um, Today we haven't had anything. I don't think we're gonna have
No,
more.
I've been well. I wish we could know, but no, no, no. At least like I feel more calm now. Because yesterday, it's very weird. Because I'm never. I'm really good with like if you have to remain calm, I'm super calm.
Yeah,
I'm
but it
super
was
good at
because we
emergencies.
looked at it and it was more than 3 minutes, the first one. So it was hard and it was like very
What
long.
we felt, I mean, felt was probably like a minute. I feel,
No, I
which is
think
eternal.
more.
No, 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 no. I mean, 3 minutes of something moving. That is insane. Um, but then as it settles, I'm guessing that the movement continues and continues and continues until it like subsides. But it was still pretty long. I think it's one of the longest I've ever felt. It was really really particular.
Yeah.
Um, I still feel when I was in school, so probably 93, 94. I don't think it was 95.
There was a very,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
It was. I think that's in my memory, even though when I was younger, there was still like, a lot of seismic activity. It was the first time that I felt the earth moving underneath my feet because they took us. I was in school, and they took us out to our like pitch, the football pitch,
Yeah.
and it was just super strange to be in the middle of a field because my school is like there's nothing in my school except like a field, and my school pretty much is like classrooms, a church, and a field.
Mhm.
And they took us to the middle of this big ass field, and just to see only grass, because that's what back then when I was studying, it was like grass, and then just feeling the earth just shift
Yeah. And
under your
also,
feet.
I mean, it
It's
had to be
just
it
so
had to be
strange.
very strong
Could you
because
check
when you're, yeah, yeah, yeah.
94 or
Let
93?
me finish this and
Yes,
I'll
I'm
check.
sorry.
But
Yes, please.
I mean, when you're in an open field, you kind of feel it, but it has to be very strong for you to really notice it. Because when you're in a building,
Yeah.
you like really feel it. For example, Samu didn't
No, he was playing
know that there was
football.
an,
He
yeah.
was in recess and he was playing football, and I was calling him like, and I had written to him like, Samu, it's just be calm. It's um just let me know that you're okay. And he calls afterwards, and he's like, what? We were playing football. What? What do you want? And I was like, no, you're fine. I guess. Yeah, but that one has to be like particularly a strong one because we were in our classroom. They
So
took us out.
there's a very famous one that happened in Pereira
Okay.
in 1995,
So that could be it. What month?
February
So
the
that could be
8th.
it. So I was still in
It
school.
was
Yes.
6.3.
Okay. Yeah,
So it was harder than the one
that's the one
yesterday.
then. That's the one. It was really really tough. Yeah, I was thinking that maybe I was a little younger, but that's why I was remembering it had to be 94, around 94. But yeah, if it's 95, that's the one. Yeah, that one was scary. I remember. It's because you always imagine the earth feeling like I don't know, we are beings that are governed by gravity.
Well,
We
but
are.
wait, because there was also
Another one 94?
an earthquake in 1994
Okay, so it's that one?
en el suroccidente de Colombia. It was June of 1994.
No, so that wouldn't be it cuz I wouldn't be in school.
Oh, right. Oh, so maybe it was the other one. Yeah.
So that I would have been on vacation for that one.
Yeah. Eh,
No, 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 it's that one. That one I mean, I didn't think I was in about to graduate, but it makes sense.
But I remember when I was in school. No, I wasn't at school. I think
You were never at school.
I was in the university. Yes.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at home with my mom, and my
Yeah.
mom's very
Nervous.
nervous.
Yes,
Yeah.
very.
And with this specific, like she gets very nervous. And I was in my room. I think I was doing like a final thing or whatever. Like I was working on something, so I had the door closed.
Yeah.
And I remember I started feeling that everything was moving because in my parents' house, they live in a second floor.
Yeah.
But the one that was my room is like floating. I don't know how to explain that because it's how you enter the parking lot. So the ground, the floor
Yeah.
of my room is like suspended in the air. How do you say that? Because it doesn't have, it's like it has the building, but it has like a structure out, and my room goes out
Okay.
to that. So it doesn't have.
I had never noticed this,
Of
by the way.
course, donde entras el parqueadero, ahí es mi cuarto.
No, no, no.
It is like floating.
I mean,
I mean, I could show you a picture. I
no,
don't
no,
know
no.
how
I
it-
just never
how it
noticed.
is.
No, no, no. I don't think I ever noticed something like that.
So
But
I
yeah,
remember
you
that
know,
it,
yeah, I
it
mean,
felt a lot, and you can see like the cracks when it moved.
yeah.
And it started moving a lot. And I remember I was like, Mom, there's like a how do you call them? Seismic movement? Whatever.
Seismic. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
movement. And I opened the door, and she was like standing in front of my door,
Yeah.
quiet but crying. I mean, she was
Oh,
like freezing.
yeah,
She was
frozen.
like frozen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She was like just standing there. And she was super worried, but I don't know what was that. Maybe 2014.
Oh, okay,
it
so
was
this
very
was
hard,
kind of
or-
recent.
Let me check. Mira, 2015.
Okay, so this is really recent.
6.6.
Wow, I don't remember this one.
Yeah.
What month?
10 de marzo de 2015.
What? So 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember this one.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. Yeah. But we're okay.
Oh, of course, yes.
everyone
Thankfully,
we
yes.
know we're okay. Yeah.
And we were gonna do live yesterday, but we were like, no, let's
No.
not.
I mean,
Let's
even,
not be one of those videos that you're like live and then everything in the background is just falling.
even today, Fer was a little bit nervous.
Yes.
She was like, "What happens if there's another movement and you're streaming?" And we were like, "No, it's gonna be fine." I mean,
We'll stop and then it's
Yeah.
fine.
so
So that was our day yesterday.
yeah. In other news, you travel tomorrow.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
You're leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're leaving me tomorrow.
Yes. I'm fed up. I'm done with this
Mm-hmm.
facade of a relationship. No, I'm going to Paris.
Paris.
Yeah. Paris.
Oui.
Even though I'm not going to try to force my French onto the native French speakers. Because
How
I
was
think
it? Croissant. Croissant.
No.
Croissant.
éclair. Éclair.
Éclair.
Éclair.
Croissant. No, I don't know how to say it.
Croissant.
Croissant. Remember,
Croissant.
it was like swan. No,
No, not a
I
swan.
think it was.
There's not a swan in your croix. Yeah. No, I think we're good. That one's
Croix-
not super tough.
Croissant.
Yeah.
Croissant. Yeah.
I think I can deal with that one. But I was a little nervous. I was like, okay, how am I gonna communicate? Just wanted to make sure that there were enough people there that maybe didn't know French, maybe that weren't French native speakers. That happens usually when I do stuff around Europe, that in a country in Europe, not around Europe, but in a country, in a European country, people from other countries not the one, not necessarily the one where I'm doing the workshop. They go there. For example, in Rome, it's I don't think I've had native Romans
No.
taking the course.
And I remember
So
in Menorca it was the same thing.
there were some Menorquis though. Do you
The
remember?
first time there was like
Yeah,
two.
or one or
And
two.
last
Yeah,
time I think I mean the last time I went there, so last year,
yeah,
maybe one or two.
yeah. But you're right.
But
Like
like it's like a minority.
no,
It's not.
and for the quarantine one, this that had 100 artists. Out of the 100, not I mean excluding obviously the all the guys that were part of the
The team, yeah.
yeah, part of the team.
Well, but it makes sense that they live there.
I would say I could count them on one hand, the people that were
Yeah.
from Spanish speaking countries. That included like there was somebody from Argentina, there were people there was I think there was somebody from Mexico, and there was some Spanish, like some Spaniards that were there, but some of them had like scholarships, let's say. So they I mean, I don't count them because of course they were going to be there.
Hmm.
But yeah, most everyone else was like just had completely
All
different
around the
native
world,
tongues.
yeah.
Yeah, all over the world. So and it has to be English. It always, the default language that you fall back on is English. So yeah, so I wanted to make sure that I could feel comfortable just knowing that I'm going to speak English and I don't have to do the éclair.
Or the ¿cómo se dice pan? Pan? Oh,
And I think that's pretty good. Go for
no,
it.
no,
Go
no,
for it.
no. You want
Yeah,
me
go
to?
for
No,
it.
no, no.
I think you
I know
sounded
you.
fantastic.
No, that was terrible.
No, that was pretty good.
No. Yeah. So you're traveling.
I'm traveling. Yes. Try not to think about it too much. I mean, I am prepared. I'm always prepared.
No, and I mean I know that you're happy to go,
Always. Yeah,
but
of course.
I know that your default is to just think about traveling when you're like in the cab going to the airport.
Or when I get there.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I have my
When you
bags.
buckle the belt.
Yeah.
Or the,
No, as soon as I land, I feel that's when I turn on. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Before that, I was telling Danny, I'm super surprised because I think my brain works in a really weird way, but I think that that's something that gives me like a ton of peace of mind. I would consider myself somebody who is I'm thinking about things all the time, so maybe those things I don't think I'm particularly stressed. I wouldn't say I'm stressed. I really I'm not. But I would say I'm constantly thinking about things. So I'm thinking about, what should we do as our painted lives, and I think I'm driven by like a want of stability, and for us, not only for us, but for my kids, and I think a lot of artists kind of want that. They yearn for something that feels stable, and I think my mind is always thinking about those things. But strangely, like for example, we were talking, during lunch with Fer, and I say with Fer because Samu was in school, but Fer hasn't started school. We were talking with Fer about the last apartment that we were at and how much we remembered, and I don't remember anything. So
nothing.
nothing. Well, I mean, I remember some things, but I don't remember anything really. Like for example, we were talking about the bathroom. If you ask me to paint that bathroom, I wouldn't be able to
Oh,
paint
I
it.
can.
I have no idea.
I mean, I did a map
Yeah.
of an apart when we were having lunch. I just like took my iPad out and I did the map of an apartment that we were looking
Yeah.
before this one. So we went there once.
Yes.
And I remember like all the places of the apartment.
Yeah. So
So
what I think happens with
I do even I'm sorry. I do even
No.
remember in the last apartment all the drawers, what we had in each of the drawers.
Oh no, that's
Like including the kitchen. So if you told me go to the past and go to that kitchen and give me a spoon, I know where it was.
oh Jesus
Give
Christ.
me like the extra milk that we had storage in the cabinet, I know where that was.
Yeah. So
So
I think my brain works this way. I think that while I'm living something, it's right here. It's super active. It's like active. and I'm, I pay attention to it. I painted that space a lot, like lot of times. But as soon as I like do something else, like as soon as I move forward with life, and I realize that I'm not
There
here in
anymore,
this
yeah.
space, that my brain just throws this out, and then I invite the new information in.
But
So
you have something very interesting, and it's that, for example, names and dates,
yeah,
you do remember a lot about that. Like art
maybe.
dates, like things related to art. I
Well,
have to
yeah, I
say
wouldn't
that.
count art because that's like my constant. So my see that, but that's the same thing.
No, but I was gonna
There's
say
a
that because
there's a constant here that is like my base. If it has to do with my base, I remember it. So for example, I remember a lot of things about the house that I grew up in because that's my base, and my mother still lives there. So whenever we as a family, so my sisters, my nephews, nieces, we go there, it's like that is my base. But so I remember that. Like I remember that house perfectly. But everything that is sort of shifting, that has shifted in my life,
yeah, but that's your constant.
yeah, but everything else that's shifting, I don't remember. I just don't. It just doesn't. It's almost as if my brain says, we don't have to worry about this anymore. So goodbye. Like I don't mean that memories are things that you worry about, but I think that it's weight in my brain. It's almost like it's weight that you carry. I'm almost like a hermit crab that says, okay, then here's the information about the last apartment, and here's the information about the apartment after that
But
or
in my
before that.
brain, it's not like I know that I have that information. I just when I like when we were talking about that, it's not like I'm constantly thinking about the last apartment, but it's just like a folder that I can access
Yeah,
whenever
but
I want. And I
I
have
would
to
say that
say,
you're particularly good at
yeah, and
those things
but
too.
I have to say like visual
Yes.
memories. So if something happened, for example, between you and me, and
Yeah.
I have a memory attached to that, I can tell you what you were wearing or where we were at,
Yeah, Fed is a little
or
Fed is like that too.
yeah,
It's
but it's
surprising.
like I attach it to like visual stimuli, because I know that there's people that attach memories with smells, for example, or tastes of something.
Yeah.
But I attach that to things, like things I'm seeing, the place I was in, so I can describe all of that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh no. No, me, I'm a mess. I mean, not a mess. I think it's almost like a bit of a defense mechanism maybe. It's almost like you don't have to deal with this. Don't worry. Like this is not relevant information anymore. So don't hold on to it anymore. Like you're fine if you don't remember anything about this, cuz I really honestly I think about that, like why would it matter? And it's kind of like doesn't matter.
but
So,
sometimes it's not something that matters, but your brain just remembers it. Sí, se dice así?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like that's how it happens with me. It's not like I want to remember that. For example, the apartment we visited that we were not going to live in, or
Yeah.
that we decided not to live in. It's not like I was doing like a mental memory to just remember every place,
Yeah,
every
but
room, but
once
I just
again,
do.
you're just I do think that you're particularly good at that though. I really do feel that you're strangely good at that,
I
at
was
remembering
thinking,
those things.
um, when we were talking about the a hotel we stayed in Miami once,
Yeah.
and I told you, remember that you entered and here was the
Nothing.
kitchen and here was the blah 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 and
Nothing.
here was, and you had no idea, and then
Nothing.
we found it online and it was like exactly as I described.
Yeah, nothing. I remembered
Like I
nothing.
close my eyes and I can
No.
know.
For me it was a hotel. I don't I nothing. It had a bed. If you ask me to describe
He had
the
two beds.
I forget I yeah, I mean,
No, I'm joking. It had one. It had one big bed.
yeah, no, but if you tell me, "Oh, what did the bathroom look like?"
Oh, I
I would
remember
struggle to.
perfectly.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. I don't know.
As I was saying, I think it's like different stimuli that your brain has.
Yeah.
but I don't think it's something that, I mean, it's, as I was saying, it's not something that you can control a lot. Maybe you can train it to remember it more, but I don't think you
Yeah.
can control it because because as I was saying, um I don't want to remember some things. Like I don't intend to remember some things, but I just do.
Yeah.
And with music, for example, you know that.
Yeah. Oh
Like I
yeah.
listen to a song once and I know all the lyrics to the song.
Yeah. You
But
sing it horribly, but you do remember everything.
but I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Um let's see. Mm, Dana was saying, "Whoa, Rain Man Danny." What's Rain Man?
So Rain Man was he was in the spectrum. He was like it's a movie with Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise, and he was
Oh, the
kind of
people
like in the
that don't
spectrum.
forget.
Well, he could count cards and he could do math
But
very
do you know
quickly
that
in his
there's
brain.
like a condition? Because
Yeah.
I've heard a podcast about that, and it's crazy about people that can't forget anything. Like
Well, this is not that
no, but
particularly.
no,
Like
but the one,
specifically, this
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
not that. But yes, I remember the
Oh, but
one that
that
you
one is
told me.
crazy.
Yeah, that's remarkable that
Yeah,
that the brain, even if it's like something that we would consider out of the ordinary, it is something that's physically possible in our brain.
yeah, and because I think that they were asking one of the persons that have that condition.
Yeah.
They were asking them like I don't know, March 12th, 2020,
Would they say that's a
yeah,
Tuesday
whatever.
or
And they were
something?
like, it was a Tuesday, it rained, we had burgers, we had blah blah blah. Like they remember everything.
Yeah. Oof.
And I remember there was something interesting, and it was a lady that was talking about, I think maybe I'm misremembering, but she had lost someone, maybe their partner or something, and they were telling her if it wasn't very hard to just like remember that day as if it was just happening, because she was describing that it's like every memory is like she can access that as if it was just happening.
Oh, that's
And
tough. Yeah.
she said something that I felt that was beautiful, and she was saying, well, I can't know how people live without remembering every single thing they do. Like I
Without not being able to remember every
yeah,
single
I'm
thing.
sorry, I'm sorry.
No, no,
She
no,
was like,
no.
I can't comprehend how you live like that,
Right.
because I'm able to access like the face of the person I love every time I want to, and I just have that,
Yeah.
and I'm not scared of forgetting about nothing, like any detail, because everything I can access in my head, but you can't. And I think that's amazing, because for me that would be very scary to remember
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
But I understand how for her that has lived like that all her life, it's scary to think about not remembering every single thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Quite amazing
Yeah.
to be able to access like a memory where things would be, well, I don't know if factual would be the word, but that would at least be faithful to your own experience. So it doesn't have to speak about the whole truth, because who knows what that means, but at least you're being faithful to your truth, to that you can, with all honesty say, I know that this happened and I know I remembered this like this. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's called mm, hyperthymesia,
Also, it's the thymus that is like the
also
one
known
that
as
holds the memories.
hyperthymistic syndrome, or highly superior autobiographical memory.
Oh my lord.
Crazy. And it says, yeah, remember blah 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 experiences in vivid detail. Crazy.
I mean, you're saying crazy a lot.
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah, yeah, but it's a
Crazy.
condition, so I don't know if
No,
that's a
no,
good
no. Like crazy as in
word for a
no,
condition.
like
Cancelled.
no, like unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I wasn't trying to
I
say
know. I'm kidding. I'm
no.
kidding.
So should we say hi?
I mean, if we have to.
So Michael McEwen was saying Nicolas and Danny, Chile.
Michael.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Hello, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
I don't know how Kit talked in Knight Rider.
I have no
El
idea.
Auto
But
Fantástico. Yeah, it's a very cool. It was a very cool show. But in Spanish, it was like, "Hola, Mike. Hola, Michael. Hola, Michael." Something like that.
Michael? No,
Well,
Michael.
it was in Spanish, but they were saying Michael. So it was
Hola,
kind of
Michael.
weird. Hola, Michael. No, I don't know.
Michael, pero dijiste
Michael.
Michael.
Michael. I think they were trying to do the
Michael. Hola, Michael.
No, Michael no. Maicol. No. No. I
Pues,
don't.
pero tú en español no dices hola, Michael. No.
I think
Hola,
this
Michael.
car. I think this car did.
No.
I think this car was doing the English
Accent.
pronunciation. Yeah.
Let's see. Guillaume Laure.
Laure.
Guillaume Laure was saying hello, everyone.
Viva la France.
Hey, Guillaume.
Guillaume.
Peter Smickens was saying hi, all. Great to catch you live again. Hey, Peter, how are you?
Peter.
Pita. MM Borg00. So Monique. Was saying hi, Nicolas and Danny. Hey, Monique, how are you? And Monique was saying hi, Michael. Nice to see you here.
Hola, Michael.
And Michael was saying, same, Monique. Hope you are well and didn't get flooded. Oh.
Oh, West Coast?
And MM Borg00, so Monique,
Yeah.
said, Michael, the water has receded.
Oh, woof. Yeah, Hurricane Hillary.
Yeah, we were talking about
Woof.
that.
Yeah, that looks scary.
Sergi Arts dice, Nico, Dani,
Sergi.
¿cómo están? Hola, Sergi, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo está Sergi? Y Sergi dice, Nico, las pinturas de luchadores que estuviste haciendo están increíbles. Se nota que es un sujeto que te gusta.
Muchas gracias. Sí, las tengo como en...
Stand-by.
están todas comenzadas, pues una grandísima mayoría comenzadas, pero las vamos a retomar después. Yo creo que en la semana después, ahora voy a París esta semana. Cuando vuelva podemos retomar unas y luego me voy una semana a Sao Paulo, a Brasil. Y luego, después de esa semana, podemos ya retomar el resto y acabarlas.
Samuel Ellie dice, hola Nicolás and Danny. Hola Samuel.
Samuel, Ellie Jacksony.
Mr. Hagora 1975 was saying, hi, like your art.
Agora?
Hagoda.
Oh, okay.
So welcome here. I think I've never seen the user before,
No.
so welcome here.
Yeah, welcome.
Liad was saying, hello, David, Nicholas, chat.
Liad, how are you?
Hey, Liad. Donna was saying, that was nice of our Painted Lives to give out the PDF of all the artwork. Wonderful art, too.
Oh, thank you.
I like the little observations in the short videos also.
Oh,
thank you, Donna.
So let's smallest plug so that we don't annoy everyone with this. If you're wondering what Don is speaking about, we are offering all of our books that we've published in PDF, print-ready format.
Yeah.
And you could go to our webpage, which is ourpaintedlives.com, and you could download them from there.
It's right here. It's in the pinned comments.
Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
So they're quite affordable, I feel. The first 3 books are $10. Our new book is $20. New book. Our new book. I turned Dutch for a second. Our new book is $20. So you could buy it a la carte. If you're unsure and if you just want to see what they look like, you can get a $10 one and see. And I can assure you that they're very nice. They look very nice in PDF, print ready format. And or if you want to get a bundle, it's $10 off. So you can get all 4 of them for $40. So
no, all 5 of them.
4 of them.
4
1,
for
2, 3.
Oh, 5 of them.
Yeah,
4 of them.
Yes.
Is everything moving
No.
again?
No. See, that's so weird. It happens.
No,
Don't worry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's probably your chair, and if it wobbles a little bit,
Yeah.
your brain is just so
Yeah,
ready.
I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
was
just
like
that
ready to run.
we dealt with that. Yeah, you were like, are your feet moving again?
And I started talking without knowing. I was like, 5, 4, two
Yeah,
books. Yeah. So it's 4 books.
90210.
um,
Yes, 4 books for 40. So if you're interested, it's super easy. You can go there, you can pay, and then you'll get a link and you can download them. And they're yours, and they're yours to print if you want them to. So we followed Liad's advice. Thank you, Liad. And the books are yours for personal,
use
non-commercial
only.
use
Yeah.
only. But that means that you just can't print them and sell them, but you can print them and have them
Use
for your
them
personal
for you.
collection, or you can gift them to somebody that you love, that you think would appreciate that. But yeah, the important thing is that you can print them. So that is, I think that's something that's super cool that we loved to do for our community. So if you're interested in that, just check it out. And thank you very much.
The Kunstlich
Good night.
was saying, I would love to buy all, but preferably on paper, but there's no chance, I think. No, so they were available before.
Yes.
They were all crowdfunding.
Except the new one.
Except
Yes.
the new one. Yeah. That was made for this.
Yes.
So yeah, there's no chance to get it on paper, but as Nicolas was saying, if you buy the PDFs and you decide to print it for yourself, you could do it.
Yeah, there's cool places where you can do it.
And
so,
they're print ready. So
yeah, so you just send those files. If they tell you, oh, we need a wraparound cover, and then you say, well, here's the wraparound cover. Oh, are you going to do end papers? Here are the end papers. Oh, what are the interior pages? Here are the interior pages. And what size it is? It's already sized. Do you have the necessary bleed for each page? Yes, I do.
The cutting lines.
Yeah. Do you have guides? Yes, there's guides.
Color bars?
So
Yes.
yeah, so there's everything there that printers usually ask for. So you would be totally fine.
Elijah Kelly was saying, wow, so many books. That's so awesome. Thanks for making these available.
No, and thank for everyone that has been super supportive
Yeah.
and generous.
We're super happy to see people enjoying the books.
Yeah, and people that have written to us just saying like, wow, this is so cool. Like,
Yeah.
love the reproductions. I love to have them in this format. We're super, super happy for the nice comments and super grateful that people are liking it.
Liad was saying, I just bought the bundle.
Thank
I kept
you, Liad.
forgetting to do it.
Oh,
thank
no,
you for
thank you
making
so
it
much.
available.
Thank you,
Oh,
Liad. Thank you
Liad.
so,
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you for that suggestion.
Sofía Centurión dice, hola chicos.
Alcachofa.
Llegué temprano hoy, al fin los voy a poder acompañar.
¿Cómo van esas clases, Chofa? Que por ahí la he visto de instructora.
So where were we? Marcelo. Oof, that was Marcelo.
Yeah, that was gargantuan.
Saying hi, Chili and chat. Hi, Danny and Nico. Hey, Marcelo.
Marcelo.
How are you?
Marcelo.
Donna Emerald was saying café au lait.
Café au lait.
Au lait, I'm sorry. It's important to go with the croissant.
Oh, no au lait for me. Pour moi.
And not coffee for you.
Not that either.
So,
how do you say because? No, I don't know.
perché?
No, perché è italiano.
Italian, yeah.
Well, because I turn into a sputtering motor.
I was gonna say fart machine, but
okay, I was avoiding anything that could resemble a farting, description. Yeah, just puttering. Pourquoi? Pourquoi? No, but that's a question.
So you have to say this.
Pourquoi? Okay, oulala. Je n'ai pas traer.
No, first read what it says.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. No puedo leche porque me dan pedos. Okay. Leche, but leche is
no puedo tomar leche.
boire? Ah, de la. Okay. Je ne peux pas boire de la car ça me fait péter. Je ne pas je ne peux oh non, je ne peux pas boire de la car ça me fait péter. Très
Perfect.
péter. Énorme péter.
Nicolas.
Péter
Perfect.
per toute la vie.
Ay.
I don't know, Guillaume. How was that, Guillaume?
Gian just blocked us.
All our
So,
ooh la la partners, all the ooh la la team.
uh,
How was my French?
Elijah Kelly was saying, God, your French is so refined and beautiful. If you just knew what he just said, Elijah. Donna was saying, hey, hey. Catherine was sending some laughing emojis. And Guillaume Lheureux
Ooh
was
la
saying,
la.
it was beautiful. Haha.
Très belle, Nicolas. Très belle.
Let's see. So, so Samuel Ellie was saying, ever been? Spanish and French are related. You may have an easier time than you think. One of
Have a way easier time with Italian. Way easier.
And you've been there before.
Yeah, and you know, helping Fer out has helped a ton
With Italian.
with Italian
We
for
were
sure.
talking about
But France, no. But I haven't been in France for.
But you've been before because they were asking if you've
Yeah.
been before.
Been like
I haven't been there,
over. No, we have to go. We have to do.
but you've been there before.
Yes.
And Samuel Ellie was also saying, one of my professors who spoke Spanish and French went to Italy and actually was able to manage basics decently. Yeah, I have to say, I mean, I understood what they were saying. If they were
Yes.
speaking very
Yeah.
slow in Italian
Oh yeah, if they speak
because of Spanish, yeah, you can't just like answer because you don't know the words.
right.
But once they say the words, it makes sense.
If they
with
go
Spanish.
turbo mode,
Oh, terrible.
or if it's when
If
we
they
went
go
to
Roman
yeah, if
mode,
they go Roman, forget it.
it's like
When we were in Naples, in
Mhm.
Napoli, a couple of months ago, oof. I mean, just phonetically, like I can see the difference between the Roman accent and, of course, like the old Roman dialect and
That
the
one is-
Neapolitan dialect. It's so thick in Naples. It's so thick. Like you can tell. And when they spoke Italian, I would have to, because I pick up like probably 85-90% of Italian. Like when they're talking, I can get everything from context. But I think word for word, I pick like 80-85%
yeah,
probably.
but for example, as you
But
were
when
saying,
they
the old
speak,
Roman
oh, forget
dialect,
it.
or
No.
yeah, it's like you have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah, no, and I even asked David, like, if they spoke quickly, if he understood, and he was like, "Oh, no way."
No, I told you that
Yeah.
David told me that when we went to buy the tools.
Right, the guy that was off Rome. I
Yeah.
forget where. Do you remember what that town was or
No,
something?
No,
No.
I don't. No. But I remember that he started speaking, and I was always saying, no, non capisco.
Yeah.
And he just continued talking to me. And I had no idea what he was saying. And in the cab, when we were going back,
Yeah.
I was asking David and Ish, and they were like, oh, don't worry, we don't get what he's saying. And I mean, they speak Italian.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we
That's
have no
hilarious.
idea because he like goes between Italian, very fast Italian, and that like
And his
old
dialect.
Roman dialect.
Oh, forget
And
it.
it's
Yeah.
like
No, there's
you
no
have
way.
no idea what they're
No,
saying.
no.
So, and he was like a very, very fast speaker.
That's how it goes
So-
with dialects. It's never super slow.
Yeah. Donna Emerald was saying they'll like it if you have to go. If you have a go at it, though. The Spaniards really appreciate that. I think the French do as well.
A little bit. My experience with French people are a little less patient, I would say.
And Donna was saying
Beautiful people. Beautiful people.
Donna was saying, we Irish cringe, though, when anyone tries Irish. LOL.
Oh, forget it. No. Yeah, I can't do the Irish like soft R, the Irish. I can't do it. But no, I'm not even gonna try.
¿Cómo es?
No, well, that's yeah.
Irish.
They have like a
Irish?
softer. Yeah, they have like a softer R. I in a very
Irish.
caricature way. They have like a softer R, as opposed to like Scottish people that have like a really hard R.
Irish. No, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Irish. No, I don't.
Don't. Let's
I
not.
was trying. I mean, let's see.
I think though French is very subtle. Super super subtle. So there's tons of like tiny little sounds that if you don't get it quite right, it sounds like a bastard version very quickly. So, yeah.
Muthuma Halakshmi, I'm sorry, was saying hi. Hey,
Hey.
Muthuma. Peter Smickens was saying, I just returned from Paris,
Ooh la la.
went to d'Orsay,
Oh, I'm
excited
going there
to see
Thursday.
Whistler's mother, but it was lent out.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, that was one. That was gonna be
Yeah.
one
Cancel
of the
the
things.
tickets.
Yes. No.
No, I'm
D'Orsay
joking.
has.
No, I was saying tickets as in the flight.
It
it was a
still
joke.
has the artist studio Courbet. That's
No, I'm sure
quite
there's-
fantastic.
It's still amazing
Yeah,
to go. But
Yes. It's a beautiful museum. Um, what else am I like specific painting that I'm remembering? Because it has that huge like Roman, painting. That's, I mean, I'm trying to remember that when you walk in, you see the Carpo, the Ugolino sculpture, and then behind it is that huge Couture, Thomas Couture. It's like a Roman, feast or whatever that is. That painting, it's enormous. I remember the gorgeous Courbet, which they cleaned. So I want to see how far my heart is being broken, which I do believe is
many
going to be like,
pieces?
1,000 pieces, a million
Yeah.
pieces, because I adored it when it
That
was all kind of
version,
dirty and
yeah.
yellow and with that golden varnish, the kind of grimy golden varnish. So I'm gonna die slowly when I see it all kind of pristine looking. Um, what else? Oh, they have the Kochmon painting, the flight of when they kick. I think it's when they kick Cain out of the tribe after
Mhm.
he kills Abel. So it's the exodus of Cain or something like that. Um, um, which there's so many people there kicking him out, and if you think about it, it was all like Eve and her 3 sons, and that was it. I mean, a lot of incest going on to populate the world at that moment. So that painting has a lot of incest in there. But that painting is glorious. I love that painting. Love that painting. What else? Let me think. Because there's so many things at the d'Orsay. They have some Renault paintings that he has. He has that painting of Salome at the Met, which is fantastic.
The Salomette. Would you
Salomette.
say?
Oh, that painting is, oof. That's one of
Sorry,
the
I
best
had to.
paintings at the Met. It's I mean, and I forget where it's hanging. Like we'll see where it's hanging in December when we go to New York.
Yes.
But it used to be hanging right next to the Joan of Arc of Lepage, Jules Bastien Lepage. It used to be right next to it.
But look at that. I mean, you have a memory, like a space memory of things attached to art.
Oh
That's
yes,
what I was saying.
that's my constant.
Yeah.
though. That is like my world. My world is not the apartment that we were temporarily at.
That we were watching, yeah.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Well, that's my memory.
No, that's amazing. And you have those. You have that visual memory for those things that are not like the things that I remember are not more worthwhile than yours.
No.
They're just my things.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Chile is like a baby. I mean,
Yeah.
look at her.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, she collapsed.
Um,
Trying to remember what else I want to see there. Um in terms of painting, I know there's more stuff. I so know. It's just that the last time I was there, it was a while ago, so I'm going to go there on Thursday night that they open late. So I'm going to book it after I finish the workshop. I'm going to go to the Dorset late.
yeah.
And then on Friday night, I'm going to go to the Louvre for late night opening also.
Hmm.
So super excited to do some late night museum touring. I'm gonna be exhausted, I'm sure, by the end, because after a whole day of teaching, doing like a night tour of the Dorset, and then the
Yeah.
next morning, waking up early to do another class.
But I mean, it was that or
Oh,
not
or
going at
not
all.
going, and
So,
I forget it. Like, of course I'm gonna go because I'm not gonna be there for too long. So I'm literally gonna do the workshop and then leave. So I was very frustrated. I was not frustrated, but very sad that I would have had no chance to go to a museum, and thankfully,
you were able to book
yeah, we're
the
able to find some time.
late night, yeah. Well, not late night, late afternoon.
It'll be late night. I mean, especially at the Louvre on Friday, and I'm leaving Saturday morning. So I need to do not I'm not going to do the whole Louvre. The Louvre is like enormous. I mean, it is
Until what time
enormous.
is it open?
I forget.
In the
10:30
night.
or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need to go and go for my the paintings that I know that I want to see.
Yeah.
So I'm going to really just go for those.
Yeah, and just like try to look around the
It's
places
just that
you
if I
can.
wander
And I
aimlessly,
know
it's ridiculous.
and I know you because in that you are like me, that it's painful that you can't go to every single room
Oh yeah, no,
with all the time of
it's
the
not
world.
fun.
But I mean, at
Yeah,
least you can do it and you
yeah,
can go visit
yeah. No,
the
I was
ones that
very
you
happy
love.
when we went to
El Prado?
yeah, we went to El Prado because we were in Menorca and then we spent a week in Madrid after Menorca, not this year but last
Last
year.
year, yeah.
Um, and it was the same last time that I had been in Madrid. I had to rush to try to like walk through El Prado super quickly because I had very very little time, and I hate going to a museum like that. I
Yeah.
hate it. I really really don't like it. I mean that's the way I would go to the Met when I was living in New York,
But
but it's
because you
because
had
I
it
would go to the Met
there
like
whenever you
every
want to.
weekend.
Yeah, it's a
Every single
different thing.
weekend
I
I would
mean,
go there.
yeah.
So I there were weekends that I would be like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the Met. I just want to look at this painting
And
for
as a
20 minutes."
student, you had like a discount or something, no?
It was well, we were taught when we were students that because there wasn't this whole discount thing
Students?
for either students or for
Professors?
locals.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, right.
Because right now there's still like a thing for locals.
Yeah.
But no, but it was suggested admission. So they could tell you, oh, it's $20 to go in. It wasn't 20 when I was, there 25 years ago, but it was still expensive. But there would be people constantly outside saying, "Hey, this museum doesn't need your help. This museum is already like given millions and millions and millions of dollars, from all these like super wealthy donors. They don't need your money. They really don't." So they would. I remember there were weekends that this whole group would give you like a little piece of paper that would tell you it's suggested admission, like you can pay whatever you want, and they would tape a penny on this little piece of paper
So you could
so you could
just
give a
give that.
penny. So they would always give you like a side eye look. You know, they would always be like, go in, and they'll give you like your little pin or sticker or whatever, and they would be like, you cheap bastard, go
Mhm.
in. But I never felt bad. I always gave like either a dime or like a nickel, so 10 cents or 5 cents. Every single time I went into the Met. And I remember there were times where my mother would visit, and I would be like, "Mom, we don't have to pay. I'll pay." And she was like, "No, this is so horrible. Oh no, I can't pay like a penny
And
for to
then
go
she'll
into
give
this."
$50
And I was like,
each.
"Mom, there's like museums that are free
Yeah.
in the U.S. Don't worry. National Gallery in Washington is free."
Oh, and if she's worrying about the Met not having money,
Yeah, you shouldn't.
you
Nobody should
shouldn't.
ever feel like poor. Nobody should ever say
Poor
poor
Met.
Met,
No.
like ever in their lives.
Yeah.
Ever. They're fine. They're gonna be fine. So, but sad, they started. Museums there are very. I mean, they're money hungry. All of them. The Guggenheim, the MoMA, horrendous, and the Met, they just want money. And it's New York. New York wants money. So, sad thing. Museums should be free everywhere in the world.
Sa Chile. Mauricio Paraguazú dice hola. Hola,
Hello.
Mauricio. Hey, Dita Art. How are you? Let's see. Michael McEwen was saying, I'm good getting younger every day. LOL.
Oh, me too. The pains of getting young.
Mm, let's see. Eh, Muthuma Halakshmi was saying, I work drawing teacher in matriculation school, sister.
Okay, what was that again? I'm
So
sorry.
they were
I know that.
maybe they were having a conversation with
Okay.
Donna,
Oh, okay.
and they were saying that they work as a drawing teacher.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. In Tamil Nadu, Madurai district in India, they were
Oh,
saying.
very cool.
Doe was saying, hi, folks. Hey, Doe. How are you? Let's see. Elijah Kelly was saying, this reminds me of the three-eyed raven from Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's very cool.
Donna Emerald was saying, good show that.
Very good show. Terrible ending to a show, but very good show. And House of the Dragons, very good show.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows
were
when that
into
is? Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It would make
But
way more. I mean, it
if
would
I
make
see
way
Game of
more
Thrones,
sense
yeah.
if you
If
read.
I watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
If you read?
Yeah, if you read the books, that's what the people that read the books say. Like, oh, this is so much cooler if you read the books. But the thing is, the books weren't even finished, weren't even done. He's never gonna finish the books.
Did you give it a try? To the
No,
books?
no,
Ever?
no, because you know why? I mean, this is probably sounds like an excuse, but my memories were so much shaped with the characters that I visually
Yeah, that you
got
can't
to know.
undo that.
Yeah, I'm positive that if I tried to imagine Daenerys or Jon Snow or anyone from the show, I wouldn't be able to.
Like you have a picture in
Yeah,
your head. Yeah.
like a lot of the writing, it would be kind of sad because it just would never be able to move me
The show.
from the show. Yeah, that happened to us. We were like, I remember in school, we had to read One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I don't know if you
Yeah,
read that.
and the
school.
movie is so good.
Exactly, but we had to read the book. We were probably like in 7th or 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to read the book, and then they showed us the movie. but they were like, I'm going to show you the movie, which is amazing. It's Jack Nicholson. It's
It's
amazing.
really good.
Yeah. But try to remember how you pictured the characters when you were reading it, and then try to see how they compare it with the movie. And I remember all of us were like, "What?" I mean, it was again amazing, amazing characters, but in the movie. But I certainly, as a whatever 13, 12-year-old kid, remembered them entirely, like
Yeah, for sure.
visualized them so differently.
Let's see. Mm, Donna Emerald was saying the red pencil for underpainting uh, gives a nice contrast with the neutral and cool tones of painting he does, I think. He does draw very well indeed, one of the best I've seen on the tube.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind. And yeah, I think that even though at the beginning it was, you know, I'm trying to move my drawing doing this. I've caught
Zoom
myself.
in, please.
I've caught myself doing that like a couple of times today. Yeah, what at the beginning was somewhat capricious, to be very honest with you about the choice of my materials. I think eventually I understood why they made a little more sense with the way I worked, and why I was sort of favoring them with the way I work, and especially when I do a more traditional kind of indirect painting with them as a base, as an underdrawing base. Because if I do this, and if it's I don't know if this one's water soluble. I don't think it is. But if it's a water soluble pencil, color pencil, it'll bleed a little bit. And then I do my umber underpainting. If you use raw umber, or you could use burnt umber, that's a little warmer. But you're gonna get a tiny little bit of warmth that comes through. That is very nice. When you're then painting, in my case, very mid-tone heavy, which is my painting, and very mid-key, because I don't think I'm a light key painter. My key is always way lower than a lot of people that paint. Um, I think that there's like this beautiful little bit of warmth and kind of life that comes from. I mean, I don't overdo it, but that peeks through the painting in very beautiful, subtle ways, when the underdrawing shows up in some instances. So I think that's why I ended up keeping this this kind of practice. So it's not, once again, there may be some caprice to it, and some kind of whim. Um, there's a little bit of a thing that I do just because I want to do it, just because it feels right for me. Uh, I would certainly admit to some of that, but there's also like this painting brain that says, "Oh, I'm gonna keep doing this, not because it's I'm stubbornly just defending this thing, but because it actually works for me."
Mm, Catherine was saying hello, everyone. Hey,
Hey,
Catherine.
Catherine.
Raimo Galí, alias Sandalias,
Sangelmo.
dice muy buenas. Aquí David Hasselhoff desde el kit.
Hola, Michael.
Em,
Hola, Michael. Bueno, quién sabe cómo era en España. Hola, Miguel. Hola, Miguel, ¿cómo estás?
sí.
Sí,
No, de
fatal.
pronto sí. Ni
No,
Miguel es como.
sí. Hola, don Patricio.
Sí, un nombre re X.
Cualquier cosa que se tienen que inventar, no les sirve nada.
Oye, Chile está como un peluche.
Sí, no,
Mira
Chila.
esto.
Qué vergüenza, Chilamentos.
Em, Liat was saying, sorry, I meant to say hi to Danny. Oh, hey, Liat, don't worry. I was like, who's David? Because Liat said, hi, David, and hi, Nicolas. And I was like, who's David?
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
type.
it's
That's
good.
a.
How are you? Oh, Liat, how are the live streams going? Please let us know. The Constlich dice, hola de Europa. Hola.
Hola de Colombia.
¿Qué quieres? Let's see. Mm, Muthuma Halakshmi was saying, all my dreams and ambitions are to be like Leonardo da Vinci.
It's. I think it's great that you are. You're hoping for something plausible. Come on. I mean, that's awesome. But I think we also have to try to go for things that are a little more available. Is this it's I'm not making fun of it. It's just that I'm saying, like, if I woke up every morning and I said I'm going to be as good as Rembrandt, maybe I'm setting up myself for failure there, cuz there's only one Rembrandt and it worked, in 17th century Holland, but that's where you had to be Rembrandt.
Yeah.
So I would be a little bit kinder to myself, if I could put it that way. And just, I'm sure that you have beautiful things to offer and great stories to tell that are your own, that, you can leave all of the Da Vinciing to Da Vinci. And he did a great job at doing that. And I'm sure you could be amazing in your own right.
So Guillaume
Oh la la.
was saying that because was parce que. I don't know how to say that. Like parce que. Parce que.
I don't know how that CE sounds.
Mm, Sophie dice, súper bien, se fue de un workshop de retrato. Estabas entre los artistas contemporáneos que mencioné en la presentación, jeje.
Uy.
Pero salió todo tan lindo que en octubre ya se hará otro. Los alumnos quedaron contentos y eso es lo que más importa.
Bueno, qué chévere. Felicitaciones, Chofi. Todas son experiencias buenas. Uno aprende de todo eso.
Catherine Premsky and the Constlich was saying parce que. So now they're speaking Spanish.
Parce.
Colombian. Parce que.
Qué hijo de putas.
No, pero.
Linda, no hables así.
Catherine was saying another wonderful drawing today.
Oh, it's just because it's Danny.
Nah.
Yeah.
No. You're an amazing drawer. And you make
a drawer. I always imagine myself as like being full of socks. Yeah. You're a great drawer.
Yeah, because
I'm
you
full of
slide
socks.
easily.
I want to be the underwear one. Yeah. I am organized.
Jeff Akoff dice, hola Nico, Dani, Chilita desde Holanda, me encantan los libros.
Jeff, muy
Hola
querido,
Jeff,
muy
muchas
amable.
gracias. Monique was saying Marilu Hanner was that kind of memory recall. Has that kind of memory recall.
Oh, I didn't know
what
this.
we were talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Peter Smikins was saying your French was better than your Dutch.
Oh, no, Dutch is tough.
Dutch is tough?
Dutch is tough, yeah. Give me something. I'll give it my best. I don't even know how to sound it out. Like, I've heard Dutch, and you hear that it's like it almost sounds like a happy drunk German, but I doubt that I could just put it together. But Peter, let me know. I'm gonna give it my all.
I'm gonna give you something here.
Yeah, throw me under the bus again. Get me canceled, Danny.
Go ahead.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I need it bigger because I don't have my glasses. Oh, but that's like short.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Come on, give me complicated. Put me in trouble. Okay, Danny, it's not a novel.
Yeah,
Okay.
So it's like very different things. But
Oof. Okay, let me see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Ik ben Nicolas Uribe en ik hou. Oké. Ik ben Nicolas Uribe en ik hou van pizza met extra kaas en pepperoni. Mijn hand is chili.
Michen,
Mijn hand.
mine?
Well, if it's anything like
I would say
German.
Michen Hond.
Mijn hand. Mijn
Michen,
hand is
no.
chili.
Michen Hond. Michen Hond.
No, that J doesn't sound chuchen. No, I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
Colombian.
I'm almost sure. I could be so wrong. Okay, how did we do?
Meichen? Meichen?
Michael Schumacher.
Meichen? uh, I, let's see. Donna Emerald was saying, I'm gonna go. I promised myself I'd read tonight. Thanks for the art and the chat. Have fun. You too. You too,
Get
Donna.
some reading
Thank
done.
you for being here. Dira Art was saying, I speak Dutch.
Oh,
Ooh. So
then
please
this was.
let us know,
you probably
Dira.
died very slowly with us here.
Let's see. Monique was saying East Coast, so much rain this summer. Jeff Akoff was saying the French are a bit like the Dutch. If you don't speak their language, well, they give you a lot of grief. Sandalias dice, would you be able to decipher Catalan if someone spoke it to you?
It's very tough. I've heard it so many times.
I mean, my cousin speaks it because he lives in near Barcelona and in
Yeah.
the school.
But he's pretty much Catalan. So.
Yeah.
No,
He's
I don't think
more-
the times that I've been in Barcelona, it's very difficult. I remember the first time I heard it. You almost know that it's familiar enough that it sounds like something that you should recognize, but it's foreign enough that you go like, I have no idea what they're saying. Perhaps contextually you could pick something up, but
I don't think a whole sentence.
no,
Like,
no.
you can get words, but
Yeah, contextually, like, but no, it's very, very different. It's very, very different.
Michael McEwen was saying you wouldn't understand my dialect if I spoke fast.
Oh, Irish or a Scottish?
I have to say,
I think Michael is Scottish.
if a very heavy accent here in Colombia speaks fast,
Yeah, that's usually
very
the case.
complicated.
Oh, Scottish people, I think they're aliens. The proof that aliens exist. When they speak, like, if they speak their town's dialect, it just, it's not even a language, I feel.
Oliver Orpheus. So I'm gonna try my best because it's in Portuguese. Or you try it. I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah,
practice,
beleza,
please.
legal.
So,
Hola.
oh wait.
Gostaria de saber que lápis é esse.
No, wait.
É este
Este.
que ela usa para desenhar antes da pintura. Obrigado.
Oliver Orpheus.
Obrigado,
Orpheus.
Oliver. Orfeus.
Why do you do that? Look at me. You're doing this with your eyes.
Portuñol.
No, look at me. Oliver.
Portuñol con los ojinhos.
Orpheus. What's that?
Let me see. So they're usually something like this. They're the Faber-Castell.
Fabric?
Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell.
Faber-Castell?
But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And I when I want the drawing to bleed a little bit, because I do apply I used to apply transparent acrylic binder on top to size the paper and sort of have a ground on the paper. That would make it bleed. And now that I do something a little weirder, which is just apply like a layer of liquid on the paper, to sort of seal it. That also makes the the little bits of the little particles of color in the of pigment in your color pencil. It makes them sort of bleed, and I kind of like that. So yeah, but honestly, if it doesn't do that, it's fine. Like if it's just a regular ass color pencil, you're fine. I mean, you're fine with anything, drawing with anything, but
Fred was saying something in Portuguese.
oh, Fred, Fred.
Fred. Look.
Ok, let me see. Parece o Kiko falando portugués. O Kiko, chavo,
Like,
el chavo del ocho. O
And
Kiko,
why?
es que no sé cómo le dicen al chavo del ocho.
Kiko?
No, al chavo.
Yo es que Kiko.
Sí, pues Kiko. Busca ver cómo le dicen. No, no, pero al chavo.
Chávez.
Chávez. Chávez del. ¿Cómo se dice
Chávez.
8? ¿8? No.
No
No.
sé, mi amor.
Pero, ¿qué tal acá? ¿Cómo hablará Kiko? Si uno sabe cómo habla Kiko en mexicano,
¿Cómo hablará ya?
¿cómo hablará en portugués?
No.
Y tan grave que debo hablar yo para que parezca Kiko. Fatal, mi amor.
No.
El
Pues
terrible.
tú. Fred using. ¿Cómo se dice exacto? Exacto. Exacto.
¿Cómo es que se escribe?
Exateo.
Exacto. Chávez. Chávez. I don't know. Terrible. Entonces, sueno como un idiota.
No.
¿Cómo se dice? Entonces sueno como un idiota en portugués. Portugués. Pues, bueno. Então, eu pareço um idiota. Sim. Obrigado. Quem era?
Fred.
Fred. Obrigado. Muito obrigado, Fred.
Let's see. Jody. Is this Jody Sita?
I don't know.
Is this Jody Sita? I want to know, please. Jody Sita.
Well,
Jody
let's
was
see if
saying,
it. I mean, from the message.
Just passing through and enjoying Nicolas' Portuguese. I understand he will be using it soon. Back to the golf course. This drawing is amazing. Miss you both.
Oh, that
we
is
miss
our
you
Jody.
Too. Jody Sita.
Love you.
Big hug.
Love you.
Please.
Keep that head still. Don't lift up your head in that swing.
Fred said, Então parezco idiota. I don't know how to say it, but
he said the same thing then.
Yeah, they were repeating it.
Okay.
So, where were we before? Sophie pregunta,
Chofa.
dice, Nico,
Chofa.
¿harás algún workshop el próximo año por las Europas? Me encantaría estudiar contigo cuando esté por allá.
Tan querida. Ah, la Chofi va a estar en la Barcelona Academy, ¿verdad? Pues Sofi, así por España no sé.
Pues digo por Europa.
Sí. Me encantaría tengo que hablar con quien organiza el taller al que voy a ir en unos días, al que me voy mañana, para el que me voy mañana, para ver si el próximo año puedo ir con Dani, para que Dani conozca Paris. La la! El guía francés.
So I have
acá.
to download Duolingo again
El
to try my
guía
best.
francés.
Yeah.
Pero entonces, pero esos serían mucho más pequeños. Creo que ese taller es como mucho más privado, si lo tengo que describir de alguna forma, porque es un taller chiquitito también. Pero pues sería chévere volverlo a hacer para que podamos viajar con Dani.
Nice, sería súper.
Y de pronto haría Roma, pero de resto creo que no. No sé si hiciera más. Creo que sería bonito hacer algo que fuéramos cerca, como si pudiera hacer algo en España o cerca a España para ir a Barcelona que no fuimos.
Sí,
Chévere.
sería muy chévere.
Sí, visitar. No creo que me salga un taller en Barcelona porque yo no conozco a nadie allá, la verdad. Pero algo como cerca en España, algo otra vez en Madrid o algo así. O pues sí, con la gente que trabajaba en Madrid para ir después a Barcelona. Se
Ujú.
me veía chévere. A conocer, pues a visitar.
Allá vive mi tía.
Sí, sí,
La saludaríamos.
sí,
Dita Art,
por
who's
teléfono.
saying, ay, por
Estoy
favor. We
molestando
have a card,
Facebook.
IAA special for prof artists. You can go for free to museums in Europe.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Liad was saying, Nicolas,
Liat.
do you feel like your painting approach changes depending on if you're teaching or working from a model or from a photo or for stream and so on?
Um, I think there's things that remain the same that have to do with what is fundamental to that has to do with the fundamentals of painting, but also has to do with what is fundamentally relevant to you as an artist. I think that those things never change. So the basis of painting where you are, you know, think of the very sort of cornerstones of image making. So you're composing, you're designing, you're drawing, you are configuring whatever it is that you're doing in your image. It could be like a multi-figure composition or, a soul figure in space. It could be a space. You are using value to communicate. So you are using those shapes that you've designed and you've sort of imparted them with this kind of choreography of value so that you can kind of visually tell a story through the rhythm of that value. Like those things that are fundamental, you're always going to fall back upon the things, upon how you have created a hierarchy for them, or color, for example. So, how you, through color, how you emphasize those things that are relevant to you in an image. So all those things that should be the the variables that each and every one of us shares, regardless of how we paint a painting. It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. But all the things that I described, and it could be applied to like figurative painting or a more abstract painting, whatever you're doing. The way we kind of have created this hierarchical list based upon those kind of fundamental powers that are behind the creation of an image. Those are all there. It doesn't matter if you're working from life, if you're working from a photo. It doesn't matter, or if you're in a live stream and it has like a certain tempo. Time changes, obviously. For example, if we're comparing to something that I would, let's say, I'm alone here. Let's say that this is a moment where Danny is traveling, doing something. She's working on something. My kids are not here, and I'm by myself with an image by myself that I'm going to spend time for myself. I would probably feel like the timing in the execution of that image is different from the one that I would do on a live video, for sure. I could tell you right now that the way I drew or paint in a recorded video is even different from the way I drew or painted for a live video, because I didn't have to like talk and have like construct these ideas or answer to these questions that people would ask as I was painting. So it would be different. It would be completely different. Um, but but even though the result can be different because it is answering to different, I would say, stimulus, like type of stimuli. Like even if I'm thinking, like for example, if I'm trying to reflect upon form, three dimensionality of form, if I have a great photo, I can still make out, how that form turns in space in, I would say, in a very effective way, but it would never challenge the way I would react and the reflections that I would do when I'm looking at it from life. So even though we're both in those two instances, your brain is trying to generate an idea and a reflection based on three dimensionality. It's going about it in different ways just because the stimulus is different. So yeah, I think it would be dumb to say that the end result is exactly the same. I think what drives you to want to create an image based on, whatever reference you're using or whatever starting point you're using, that's probably going to be the same always. That's what drives you. That's what, if I see Danny, if she's in front of me and I'm painting her or drawing her, or if I'm looking at a picture, it's the idea of Danny. And that idea, I don't think is going to change, drastically if I paint her from life or if I paint her from a photo. Like the Danniness of Danny is not present in a photo or in real life, in very sort of distant quantities. I would say that they're the same because they feed into my experiential idea of Danny. So I don't think those things are different. I really don't. I think that that's like if I want to tap into Danniness, like any of those would suffice for sure. But but I do feel like the moment to moment and the experience while doing it is quite different, obviously. For example, when we were in Rome, just the this reminder that models are alive and they're constantly moving and shifting and trying to like, find a way so that a pose is more comfortable was super evident. I mean, and I'm not saying this in a way, and I would never ever ever try to make it sound in a way that I'm complaining about it, but it is part, like your model moving is part of working from life,
Mm-hmm.
which is wonderful, which you have to like understand why they're moving. And it's because you are working from life. These are human beings that go through great pain just so that they can be still for you, so that they can be in this unnatural, completely unnatural um, sort of nature presenting themselves to you. So that I think is it's mind blowing when you feel that when you're working from life, and there's like a sense of urgency to then try to apprehend a pose, in those 20-25 minutes per pose, that that it's not going to last forever. It's just going to be there, and it's going to be super ephemeral, and you have to try and seize it while you're painting. So there really is like a sense of rush that goes through your whole body and your painting brain, just trying to determine when to go for things and which things are remain sort of constant in a pose and which things change through time. It's really beautiful, really really beautiful. So there's certainly some things that are available to you and only available when you're working from life. There's certain things like the stillness of a photograph is also a fantastic thing to experience. Just a sort of quietness and the fact that this moment can be prolonged as indefinitely as you want. That's also quite wonderful. That does not happen in nature. Nature doesn't stay still. It doesn't. So to have access to something that does stay still, again, that goes against the very nature of things, is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I think that that's also super, super valuable. Um, and then the timing of doing a drawing, while we're talking, and the different times, the different beats of that drawing, that you would do, for example, for yourself, or if you weren't pressed on time, or if you were devoting all your sort of sensibility to just answering the questions of that drawing instead of trying to like keep conversations and doing all the wonderful things that we do while we're doing a live video. Yeah, those are very very different feelings. Those certainly produce very different results. They will inevitably produce very different results. But I think what's okay is to just recognize that they're different and then accept it and go with it. Just work. Don't think about it too much. Just accept that that's the nature of whatever it is that you're doing, and then just go.
Liet was saying, Nicolas, thank you for your answer. I guess I was asking on a more technical
Oh
aspect,
crap.
less conceptually, but I realized there's a level of overlap in that too.
Yes, I would also say that. In terms of, yeah, technical, I could take more time, but but nothing is stopping me from taking more time if I'm doing a video, a live stream. Like I can control, like you have to be also understanding that even though there is a big sense of being here for people,
Mm-hmm.
that we are streaming for people. Streaming live wouldn't make sense if there was no audience. Or, I mean, it could make like an abstract sense because people will have availability to those videos. And certainly when we started, we didn't have like a big audience. So, it helps to believe that there's always this idea of an audience. But you certainly do think that it activates once there's an audience there. Like it makes more sense when you're live streaming, when things have like cause and effect. Like I could do something and then that springs up a question from somebody, which takes a conversation to a place. Um, but in reality, you could do whatever you want. It's your drawing, it's your painting, it's your manner of working. So if you want to paint slow, paint slow. Like
Yeah.
who cares? Like if that's the painter that you are, and you have to take like a lot of time checking and checking and checking your drawing, then check your drawing 1,000 times. Like, who cares? Like, I wouldn't care to think, I'm not saying that you care about this, Leah, but I wouldn't care to think if that made for good content or bad content or whatever. I would be like, no, that's just the way I do things. So, in terms of technique, you could be doing exactly the thing that you do for every single painting that you've ever painted. You could you are free to do it. Like we did at the beginning. There's a ton of paintings that we did from life when we started our painted lives, and they all the feel the same. I mean, it was just setting something up, and our setup was a little cumbersome if we wanted to paint from life because of lights and because of the where available light was. It was a mess, but we did it, and it was fine. It was the same. I mean, it was just a matter of me saying, "Hey, I want to paint this from life today," and that was it. That was really it. It was literally there was no difference to anything other than that. So, I don't know, like the tubes of paint. I'm remembering that whole week of the tubes of paint, the stapler, the yellow staple gun, your sketchbook.
Yeah, and there were others. I think it was the
Yeah,
second week
yeah.
that
We
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 did like
had
a box. We created like a box to put a banana peel.
yeah, we were trying to find like ways in which the lighting for the video that we needed. So you have to light up this space so that this could look good, but you want the light that is affecting your painting to not affect how you're lighting your
The
subject
setup, yeah.
matter. So it was a mess. I mean, we were growing pains, I guess. But you could do it. My point in all of this is like if you want technically to do one thing and one thing only, which is answer to your manner, your manner of painting, to your painting practice, to the thing that how you solve paintings, yeah, then do it. Nobody is expecting anything. I think we've learned this from doing so many videos that nobody is expecting, and even if people have expectations, you can temper those expectations by saying, okay, I understand that that's what you wanted to see. I'm sorry, but I do this. And that is what I'm presenting to you. I'm not saying like if you don't like it, don't visit. No. I'm just saying like, hey, this is how we do things in
This is
this
what I
channel.
want to share
Yeah, and this
also.
is what
This
I
is how
can
I
do.
want to
This is what
share it.
I like enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So I think it's so much better when you are comfortable doing that. So I do think you can control those variables as much as you want, and you can say, hey, it's going to take me 18 videos to do this little painting. But that's awesome. I mean, people watch let's plays of video games that are like, 35 parts long, and they're
Mhm.
fine with it. They're totally fine. They're there for the ride. Art can be exactly the same. You can just say, "Hey, this is going to take way too long to do this." People are like, "Okay, let's do this."
Liat was saying, this came up in my stream chat. Yes, because of my speed on stream, but also because of the difference of painting from live models versus photos.
Right, right.
As Nicolas was talking about how he does this, the song, This Is How We Do It, went through
This
my
is
head.
how we do it.
Yeah.
Mm, 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 mm.
Na, 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 Chilangas. So where were we? Eh, so Jeff Acuff dice, esto es como sentí cuando visité el Prado, fue tan grande y no tuve mucho tiempo. Me encantó el Museo Sorolla porque pude gastar el
Mm.
tiempo que quería con cada obra. Sí,
Sí, ese museo es
para mí el
una
mejor
cosa
de Madrid. Me
preciosa.
fascinó.
De otro mundo es ese
Sí,
museo.
y ese artista.
Sí, sí. Uno de los mejores de
No,
toda la historia.
impresionante. Alias Sandalias was saying the quality of the images are extremely good, and for some of them you can zoom in quite extensively. There's even an option to have a virtual guide that explains the exhibition in a very concise manner. But I don't know what the. Mm,
Yeah, I don't think those are our books. We didn't provide a virtual guide.
no.
No.
No, maybe they shared a link or something because there's no comment before that.
Ujú.
Maybe if they shared a link, I can't see it.
Sangalis, ¿de qué estábamos hablando? Cuéntenos. Recuérdenos si no estábamos como tan al tanto.
Mm, Jeff Acuff was saying, plus, most of the Dutch speak
Yeah?
perfect English.
Yes,
as I
they do.
Speak. And when they hear an accent, they just switch because it's less painful
Yes.
for them than to listen to you slaughtering their language.
Slaughtering.
Slaughtering.
Yeah.
I slaughter every language.
Oh, everything. You might as well be a butcher. Yeah.
But I do it with love. I mean,
Yeah, I butcher
from
with love.
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just my brain, my Colombian brain. I don't know why
Why is that?
my foot is asleep.
Well, it's your posture.
No, no, no. Like I had to untie the ties,
The
laces,
laces, yeah,
Yeah.
shoelaces.
and it's still asleep. So I had to wake Chili up.
Well, it wasn't her fault.
No, but I wanted to.
Your
move.
foot is the one that had to be woken up, not Chili. Chili's like, what the fuck? I wasn't doing this.
Be here, Chilita.
It wasn't my fault.
Let's see. And Jeff was also saying, I absolutely love the drawings in the books, Nico.
Thank
Actually,
you.
everything about the books. The
Oh,
high
thanks.
resolution, seeing the marks, and the paint quality and texture is so amazing. So
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you.
No, thank you. You're
So
very
happy you're
generous
enjoying it,
with your
Jeff.
comments. Thank you.
Liet was saying, the live streams are going well.
Awesome.
Starting to get into the groove.
Excellent.
I had some people from this channel come by and it was fun chatting with them.
Oh,
that's
everyone's invited to. Please
go to a
follow and
Liet stream
yeah.
for sure. Christophe Balor was saying, hi, Danny and Nicolas. Nico, what do you
Christophe.
think about the art of Alexander Tiney?
He's good. Yeah. I remember him.
And they were saying hi from Hungary.
Oh yeah. You know, Hungary has that painter that I can never pronounce. Julia Bengsur.
But
Bengsur.
you remember it's not Julia.
Julia Bengsur.
But it's
Bengsur.
not, they told you it's not
I know.
Julia.
They told me it's
It's like
unpronounceable.
Ulia.
Julia
Julia.
Bengsur.
Something
know.
like that.
Yeah. Dine is really good. He's very stark contrast. So let me see if I can describe it well. So there's very stark contrast because he always has these bodies as if they were like flooded with light, like super, super flooded with light. So he'll have these like forms that are not quite described inside the form. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's always like this kind of blown out version of form, surrounded by darkness. So imagine if there are photographs that you take with a flash, with a super powerful flash,
Mm-hmm.
or with like a really strong
And you like
floodlight
cancel.
at night.
Yeah.
So you have like, almost like no information surrounding it, just kind of dark. So
Yeah.
that makes the stark contrast. But what Tine does that's really cool is that he also abstracts like instances of the body. Like he'll scrape and he'll just do little kind of weird things with certain parts of the painting. He'll leave stuff empty and open, and he'll scratch stuff or like scrape stuff, extend color a little bit. And there's like kind of nice. He also uses like certain. I'm trying to remember. I think he also uses like certain, for example, blues. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
he'll use like a Prussian blue or something like that. But he'll use colors that also, when he's doing this very stark contrast, they kind of bleed a little bit. So you can have like a really nice sense of that hue, just kind of flooding the space too. So yeah, it's super nice, great composition, great way of understanding figurative work in through a contemporary lens. I think it was a very popular sort of painting, maybe 10, 15 years ago. I'm not saying it's not popular anymore, but that manner of painting, that sort of figurative painting, you can see that it was booming, like 10, like maybe 15 years ago.
Voy a mirar que no esté cogiendo
Oh,
la.
okay, okay, okay. So yeah, so tell me if I'm off. Uh, First of all, with my Hungarian, but tell me if I was off with my description of Tine's work. But I don't think I'm super super off. Um, I think it's somewhat. I think it's I'm somewhat. I'm describing somewhat closely what he would do. But you let me know.
Langastina.
I wonder if I've ever. I don't know why. I think, have I had conversations with him? Maybe not. Let me check.
Catherine was saying it is a Danny and Chili drawing.
This one?
Yeah, they were saying.
No, no. Chili's not. I mean, Chili could be somewhere in there,
And
but no, she's not there.
I get why Catherine was saying that because, I mean, Chili was laying like a baby. Like
Yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah.
holding her like a baby a minute ago. So
Oh, I'll wait and see. What they say about my description.
okay,
My description of Tine, of the painter that they were
okay.
asking if I like. I really like him.
Mm,
I just think that that's what I was saying, like of a time. I think it's the figurative work that is sort of adjacent to Adrian Guinea, for example. I think that that's kind of, that
like in
they're
the
sort
line.
of close.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of like Justin Mortimer,
Mm-hmm.
in the UK, which is very much like Phil Hale, also adjacent. So I do think that there was a time, Daniel Petin, for example. Also, I don't know why I'm saying Petin, or
Yeah.
I'm repeating it like I'm Trump or
You're
something.
repeating.
Yeah, Daniel Petin. I don't know. I can't do a Trump. Uh, but yeah. So it's of that time. I feel, which doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it's not valuable or relevant anymore. I just think that that's where that was born at that moment.
Um. So Ryan was asking, "Are you a fan of Henrik?" You taught me how to say the last name. Udalen?
Oh, yeah.
How do you say that? 'Cause
Well,
you told me no, it's not blah, it's blah.
what? No, I don't know. I think it's Udalin. I think it's just like that.
Or
Yeah.
maybe we were just having a conversation that we had no, like I had no idea how to say it properly.
Yeah, no. It wasn't surprising. Like when he was in Menorca, like no.
No, but
He's
I
super.
remember that he, like you told me
I
no.
forget. Oh, I forget
Okay.
what if you attempted to say something and I don't know. I forget it, to be super honest, Danny.
Mhm.
No, he's super cool guy, super nice. He's way nicer than I ever anticipated. Which is, I'm not saying that I thought he was, I was like, oh, for sure he's going to be an idiot. No, of course not. But you just don't know. With artists that you've never met, you
Yeah.
just don't know. And you always, without even trying, you always have, or you imagine what they are supposed to sound like or feel like just based on their work. And no, Henrik is amazing. He's super cool guy, super laid back, super kind, super generous. I felt that he was super warm also. Yeah, nice dude. Very nice dude and crazy talented, obviously. Yeah. I really like what he's doing now. He's doing these like almost Frank Auerbach figures in like these floating in like this dark miasma. I don't know if I who the hell knows what I'm saying, but
Go
but
ahead.
yeah, they're super abstract, super expressive. Like just like a few very well chosen chunky ass brushstrokes, and they configure like body and face, and yeah, he's doing like really cool work. I really like it. I'm super happy for him because he was speaking about it, how he was trying to do something different when he was in Menorca in quarantine. So I'm super happy that I think this has to do with that work that he was describing and talking about when we were there. So I'm very happy for him.
Mm, so when you were trying your Dutch,
Yeah.
Peter
Yeah.
Peter Smikens was saying it was pretty good. I could actually understand everything, and you pronounce very hard vowels really good. Mm.
Oh, I'm a hard vowler.
I'm a hard
I'm a
vowel.
hard vowler.
William Felipe dice hello.
¿Qué dice
Hola,
William
William
Felipe?
Felipe.
¿Dónde lo cogió el temblor, William?
Y William dice, hablando de Liquin, jaja. Yo compré un tarrito y como que
Sí.
no pintaba hace 1000 años la parte de arriba. Y como no pintaba, perdón, hace 1000 años la parte de arriba se cristalizó. Si logro quitar esa parte de arriba, ¿lo de abajo todavía sirve? ¿O
O
cómo
sea,
sé que está
la parte de
bueno?
arriba es que como que esto hizo
¿Como un crust?
sí, una cascarita que está dura. Pues en teoría, si tiene suficiente
¿Y se la quita?
y la rompe, le hace un hueco. Sí, lo de abajo, lo de acá debería estar fresco. Si tenía muy poquito, lo más probable es que el oxígeno, o sea, que lo haya oxidado todo y ya todo esté duro. Pero si tenía bastante, no, es re jodido que todo ese volumen se vuelva duro. Entonces debe ser solo como una cascarita de la superficie.
Eh, Jeff Akoff dice, ¿cómo podemos aprender un poquito más de ese taller el año que viene?
Del Robopo. Ah, pues Jeff, muchas gracias por la pregunta. Pero Jeff, por ahora no hay nada organizado. Entonces, cuando sepamos qué vamos a hacer el próximo año, porque por ahora no tenemos nada organizado,
Ujú.
100% lo digo con toda honestidad. Cuando sepamos,
Me lo
yo
dijo.
creo que le contaremos a la gente. Por tradición y porque pues las amistades que tengo con quienes asisten al taller
Y organizan.
y organizan el taller, diría, Jeff, que muy seguramente voy a Roma el próximo año, pero de resto no tengo pensado como qué más.
Sofía Centurión dice,
Alcachofo.
bueno, estaré atenta.
Ah,
Muy
bueno.
emocionada por todo lo que se viene el próximo año.
Tan-
Postdata,
Sí.
aún no hay resultados de la beca. Es la de Elizabeth Greenshield, pero bueno, yo ya doy por hecho que me voy en enero.
Bueno, muy
No, pues
chévere,
toda la
Chofi.
mejor energía, Sofi, para que sí salga todo como Sofi espera que salga.
Claro, y Sophie le pidió cartas de recomendación a gente chévere, por ejemplo a Udald o a alguien así como súper chévere de esos que conoció.
So I'm gonna try my best because this name is in Macedonian.
Okay, yeah,
So Fedor Smolin,
I think
think
you
it
did
is.
well.
No, because I mean, I had to do the translate to see how to read it.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm doing it okay. They were saying, "Hello, good day. Your voice is very similar to Shikamaru.
Okay.
It was you who voiced the ninja from Naruto. Do you also know Japanese? It came out great."
Okay, thank you for that. That's amazing. Danny, we have to really listen to Shikamaru.
Yeah, maybe.
And yeah, I gotta see if I can do some VO for anime. But no, sadly, it wasn't me. I would be rolling in the big money. Yeah, in the Naruto big money. But no, no, no. No, sadly, no. That's not me. I am only but a painter. Yeah.
Um, William Felipe dice, tengo muchas dudas, jaja. ¿Cómo integro el amarillo limón, azul ultramarino, alizarín, tierra de sombra a la
Uf.
paleta de Zorn? ¿Qué agregarían qué agregarían esos colores a Zorn?
Uf. A ver, por partes. ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo integro el limón?
Amarillo limón, azul ultramarino, alizarín y tierra de sombra.
Buah. Eh,
¿Y por qué esos? Yo preguntaría.
sí, sí, bueno, yo iría uno por uno.
Sí, también.
William, yo no haría todos, o sea, si nos estamos es cuestionando como la función de cada uno o de, o de la presencia de cada uno, o de cómo la presencia de cada uno altera la naturaleza de la paleta, como la personalidad de esa paleta, digámoslo. Yo iría uno por uno para que se empiece a dar cuenta y no tantos al tiempo. Mm, pero digamos que si usted introduce los pigmentos que van a darle la opción de tener saturación en esos matices de esa paleta original. Entonces, ¿a qué me refiero? En su paleta original, el negro estaba haciendo las de azul, pero pues seguía siendo un negro marfil, no era un azul, era un negro. Entonces, si usted introduce un azul ultramarino, usted por fin tiene un pigmento que lo deja tener acceso a ese matiz, o sea, al matiz azul. Usted no tiene que esforzarse por hacer que las cosas parezcan más azules que, sino que ahora puede decir azul. Eso es súper distinto. O sea, en el cerebro del pintor es súper distinto decir, tengo que hacer que esto parezca más azul que esta otra masa de color, a decir, ya tengo un azul en la paleta. Y en el amarillo, lo que pasaría es que usted ya tiene un amarillo ocre, que es un amarillo tierra, que por naturaleza es mucho más gris y es mucho menos saturado que el amarillo limón que vaya a introducir a la paleta. Entonces, su noción de amarillo existe, pero existía en una medida, digamos, muchísimo más conservadora que cuando usted introduce un amarillo limón que tiene un, un, em, un acento de saturación súper alto, porque en esa paleta de son originalmente el acento de saturación es único que lo da el rojo cadmio. Entonces ya tener otro acento de saturación en otro matiz de esa paleta de, entre comillas, primarios, eh, ya le da un montonón de posibilidades de al abordar em, eh, eh, cómo organizar el color, porque es que no es lo mismo uno tener siempre el rojo como un único acento de saturación y entonces uno dice, bueno, o sea, cuando quiera hablar de saturación lo tengo que hacer supeditado al rojo, siempre, porque es que no tengo otra. Y eso es bonito, o sea, esa limitación es súper bonita porque lo hace a uno tener que resolver problemas de una forma muy particular. Si las variables cambian y ahora tiene dos acentos de saturación, uno en un matiz rojo y otro en un matiz amarillo, entonces ya el cerebro del pintor se amplía muchísimo porque dice, bueno, ya no estoy atado a em, sugerir saturación desde las comparaciones que hago con otros colores hacia el rojo, sino que ya lo puedo hacer hacia el naranja, porque ya puedo hacer un naranja súper saturado con amarillo y rojo, o hacia el amarillo, porque ya tengo ese amarillo, o incluso, aunque ya se empiezan a grisar las mezclas, puedo empezar a mezclar amarillo con negro que da un verde, o sea, ya no es un verde gris, sino ya se empieza a asimilar un poquitico más hacia el matiz verde. Entonces, las probabilidades se amplían muchísimo, muchísimo. Pero yo creo que todas esas reflexiones se tienen que hacer una por una y no como de un tacazo, como diciendo, bueno, tenía Zorn, ahora voy a meter 4 colores más a ver qué pasa. No, pues va a pasar un montonón de cosas, pero pues de pronto no vamos a ser capaces de reconocerlas y lo más, pues, lo más importante, primero reconocerlas y lo segundo que es difícil es utilizarlas, porque pues no vale nada uno decir, sí, yo entiendo lo que está pasando, pero pues si no lo uso para mi beneficio en la pintura, entonces ¿de qué me sirve? Entonces, más paciencia ahí, Williamcito.
Anormal dice, por fin puedo volver a cruzarme con ustedes. ¿Cómo se encuentran? ¿Cómo va todo?
Ah,
Hola,
normal.
normal, muy bien. ¿Cómo está normal?
¿Cómo le fue de temblor?
¿Lo sintieron por allá? Em, so Catherine was saying, I'm so sorry about the Danny and Chili drawing. No, Catherine, don't
No.
worry.
Oh,
I mean, it's always a
Danny would
Danny
love
and
for,
Chili
yeah,
drawing.
Danny would adore if this was a chili right
Yeah,
here. I mean, and you can kind of, I could make up a chili here,
yeah,
and it would be like, oh yeah, that's chili.
yeah,
Like that could be the butt.
yeah. The
That,
tail going down the arm, if
yeah,
you
and
see it,
this could be the
the
head of
head
chili just looking.
over there. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that could be chili,
yes.
and then like a little
No,
tail
and
like
go.
tucked in.
I mean, if you go down, no, mira hacia abajo.
What? Oh, the
Go
tail
down
could
the
be.
tail.
Yeah, the
That's what I
tail
was
could be
saying.
over here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's chili. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is. So, but no, it's just that Danny has like this is Danny's hair. This is like she's got ¿cómo se dicen colitas?
Those were braids.
She's got braids
Yeah.
here. So they're I'm probably exaggerating them, but I just like the shape, how the shape just comes out of that contour. And this is ¿cómo se llama el cosito el que
Like
te
a
amarras?
crunchy.
Scrunchy?
Yep.
That's a little scrunchy there. Hair is actually going down here, so still. So that's hair and that's hair here also. Yeah, but and then this is all, this is a little bit of hair too on the other side. So that's her braid coming down here, but then it tucks in through the, oh God, what is this called? Lapel? No, not lapel. What is this called in a coat?
Mm,
I forget. I forget what it is.
collar?
The collar? Yeah, maybe that is, well, the collar is, I thought it was up here. I don't know if when it goes down, it's still the collar.
Flaps?
I don't know. Who knows what that's called? Who knows? Yeah, but it tucks in underneath and then it comes out this way. Then this is like the other scrunchie. And then this is another shape of hair. Trencita como, no, el final de la trenza. Yeah, the end of the braid
Yeah.
here also. So yeah, so maybe I didn't describe it because I was doing more of a tonal drawing and I'm not being super descriptive. But yeah, this is like just a little fluffy jacket and then this sort of cleaner, sharper bit of the hands that I liked.
But I love that Catherine's brain completed the image where I am in with Chile.
Oh yeah, I mean, if
So-
it was a bet, That's a super, that's a super easy bet to
Yeah.
do. Like if you said, "Oh, surely she's holding chili," that's fine.
Yeah,
99 out of 100 paintings that I
you're
would
right. Yeah.
do in this situation were probably that.
Fretch
Fredge,
is
Freggi.
saying thanks for your words. Helped me a lot. The Kiko words, I
Oh yeah.
guess. Ah,
Cállate, cállate, cállate.
no, mi amor, fatal. O sea, estaba
I don't
chistosa
know.
antes.
No, but it sounds like for us in Spanish, Kiko is such a caricature.
Oh, wait, because Chili had her Kong and it
Yeah.
went under the sofa, so she's
Okay. No,
desperate.
we can't. She's desperate.
Perfect.
Okay.
Um, William Felipe dices, gracias, sí, lo de abajo está fresco. Uf, me salvé, listo. El temblor acá en la casa y cuando pasó un poco bajamos, pero duró mucho. Y dice William Felipe, paciencia, jaja, listo. Gracias por la respuesta, pude entender todo.
Qué
Caras
bueno.
llorando y las caras de, como, las manos de, no sé.
Bueno.
Eh, Dita Art was saying good night all. Thank you guys. Good night, Dita. Have a
Thank
great
you.
night. Mm, Sofía Centurión dice, jaja. Bueno, no, ella dice, jus, 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 jus.
Ah, sí. Jesesas.
Jus, jus, jus.
Jesesas porque no puedes picharla. Ah.
No, no me sentía con la confianza y nada, quería ser honesta y le pedí la carta de recomendación a Rogelio Osorio, que es un artista de aquí que me abrió las puertas de su taller hace unos años y es el que realmente me ha ayudado mucho a crecer, no tan solo como dibujante y pintora, sino como persona. Con Eudald solo estuve un par de semanas y aunque aprendí pila,
Pila.
me hubiera sentido
Tipo un
reatrevida
montón, ¿eh? Re atrevida. ¿Qué te pasa?
pidiendo algo así.
No, ¿qué te
Hey.
pasa? Podías habérselo pedido. Sí.
Roballo Nicolás dice hola.
Hola,
Hola
Nicolás.
Nicolás Roballo. Em,
Yo un poco ofendido de que no me lo haya pedido a mí, ¿eh? La Sofi.
no, pero pues
No,
fuera del
pero
chiste,
bueno. No, pero
no.
bueno. Está bien, está bien. Todo está bien.
Ey,
Pero yo un poco ofendido.
Anormal
Yo aquí dispuesto
dice,
a ayudar con lo que sea.
Anormal dice, nerviosito, bastante fuerte, sentí que se me partía la casa y hasta me dejó sin luz, pero en general bien. ¿Y
Uy,
ustedes
Dios
qué hacían?
mío. Nos,
Nosotros estábamos acá en la casa y luego bajamos al parque de enfrente
sí.
en la réplica. Pero sí, es que fue larguito.
Pero ya todo bien, anormal.
Pues yo creo
Todo.
que tiene luz porque está acá, mi amor, conectado.
Bueno, gracias. O sea,
No,
podría estar
pero,
en el celular. Pero
pues,
bueno.
pero ¿y qué? O sea, desde ayer le duró la pila, que nos diga qué referencia es esa.
Yo no estaba así de agresivo, pero
Em,
iba a preguntar si todo volvió a la normalidad.
Elijah Kelly was saying, have you ever done a drawing like this? Then used a clear plastic sheet to paint over the drawing, held in place behind it?
Um, to have like a sort of animation cell feel to it or something like that. I'm just asking why you would ask like that's super specific, but let me know, or maybe you have done it.
Or maybe to be able to have the drawing
Both drawing and
and
painting
paper?
layers.
Yeah. And paper and
Uh,
painting, yeah.
um, no, not quite. I mean, if you ask me if I've done it, no, I don't think that of all the things I've tried, I haven't sort of isolated the two that much. Um, yeah, at least for me, no.
Catherine was saying, I can see it now. I loved how Chili was quote unquote knockout a while ago. Oh, yeah, in my arms. She was sleeping like a baby. Um, Pankernik dice, ay Nico, no hables más porteño que me hace mal al cerebro.
Aquí todo el mundo muriendo con nuestros acentos.
Mm,
Oye, pero mi portugués, que me hayan dicho que hablo como Kiko,
sí,
o sea,
lo más
puede ser de
ofensivo
las cosas más
de
ofensivas que
todo
me
el
han dicho
canal.
en mi vida. En mi vida.
Eh,
En mi vida. Y a mí me han tratado de insolente en mi vida. Pero nunca,
además te dicen
nunca.
eso justo antes de que tienes que ir a
Sí, hijo de
Brasil.
madre. En 2 semanas
Te bajaron toda la
en
autoestima.
2 semanas estoy en Sao Paulo. Voy a
Y ahora
llegar, es
vas a
hablando
dudar,
inglés.
dudar cada
No, voy a llegar
palabra.
hablando inglés.
Sí, pues
Se
sí.
jodan.
Elijah Kelly
Sí.
was saying,
O hablo mi norteño. Sí, mi porteño.
Elijah Kelly was saying, yeah, like an animation cell, but yeah, to keep both painting and drawing.
No, that's super interesting. But I've never quite felt the need to do that. If I have to be super, super sincere. I
Mm,
remember doing, but more for not super experimental purposes, but I remember doing what's his name? The Eric Fischel. Those drawings like Eric Fischel did on like vellum that he would do with paint. He would do like a drawing, uh, like a wash drawing or like, and then he would put a piece of like vellum paper on top and then paint something else so you could see like the two kind of drawings, and he would play off of those
yeah.
sort of transparencies. I did that. I remember doing like some things like that, like Fischel, like, but no, no.
You had time
Pa, pa,
without doing the
pa,
pop-ups.
pa, pa, pa.
Yeah. Um, Rosaline Dion was saying,
Oh,
I'm late, but this looks amazing. Hola,
oh, thank you.
Rosaline.
Grazie,
Como, no, gracious, as she said.
gracious
Trying to
mile,
say gracias.
gracious mile,
Gracious, Rosalina.
graciousness.
Muy amable. De tu parte. Sofía dice, jaja, Nico, no. Ay,
No,
lo pensé
pero
sí,
yo lo
pero
hubiera hecho.
mi amor,
Yo
deja
lo
de
hubiera
llorar.
hecho.
Nico,
Y
no.
no le costaba nada. Una
Voy a cambiar
llamada,
de
una
comentario.
llamada.
Anormal,
Ella es la
dice.
normal, ¿eh? Pero para mí era 100% normal que me llame.
A ver, dice.
Oye, que te necesito para una recomendación. Puedes hablar un poquitico bien de mí. Bajo una luz amable, amable. Y yo que le hubiera dicho que no. Vamos.
Dice Nico, no. Ay, lo pensé sí, pero siento que te hablo muy seguido y a veces me siento flasheo confianza.
¿Qué flasheo?
Jas, jas, jas. Lo tengo en cuenta para una próxima ocasión, aunque rezo porque me la den
No,
esta
yo creo
vez.
que el tiempo ya
Si no,
pasó,
va a
¿eh?
estar
No,
complicadito.
ya pasó.
Jas, jas.
No, ya pasó. Era una ventana pequeñita. Ah, no,
Mm,
pequeña, pequeña.
Y dice, igual Nico, yo soy uruguaya, no argentina, el acento está equivocado, G.
Bueno, pero bueno, así no. Ven, voy a volver
Sí,
al
Nat
colombiano.
dice poquito, poquitito se escapó.
Sí, aquí está. No, ahora vuelvo al español. Mucha grosera, Sofi. Mucha grosera. Es como, bueno, el acento equivocado. No, pues ya
Jeff,
nada. Ya no
Jeff,
ofrezco nada.
Jeff was saying such a great gringo accent to mine when I was talking to Rosalind. I think that's the first time that someone said great accent
To
to
you.
me.
Yeah, that never happens. I
Thank
mean,
you.
not that you don't deserve it, but it just doesn't happen at all.
Elijah was saying you sounded a bit like a minion for a second. So what? It was good or it was a minion accent? Cause
¿Mi porteño?
o el mío o
Ah, no, tú siempre
mi
suenas así, mi amor.
acento gringo.
No, tú siempre suenas así, o sea.
Mm, eh, Gade Gaby dice, jajaja, hola chicos, estoy hace rato riéndome con ustedes, el portuñol y el porteño me matan, amo cuando Nico habla en porteño, le sale genial. Sofía dice, jajaja, ay no puedo, Pankernik dice en mayúsculas, jajaja. Jeff Acuff was saying yes. Uy, entonces hago un muy buen,
No.
dice hablando
un
español
buen
como un
minion.
gringo. Muchas gracias.
Un buen minion haces.
Ay, a ver. Mm, Entonces, a ver, me devuelvo a lo que estaba leyendo acá. Anormal dice, sí, se arregló al rato. No sé por qué se fue la luz, sin embargo, sí quedé con algo de sensación de mareo y algo de
Uy,
temor porque pudiera pasar algo más.
yo creo
Sí,
que
el
esa,
mareo es una...
todos los colombianos ayer, o
William
sea,
Felipe
yo
tuvo
todavía estoy
mareo.
mareado.
No,
Estoy
pues
mareado,
no,
lo 100%.
¿no viste cuando yo dije, está
No, yo
temblando
estoy
acá?
mareado. Yo no sé si
Sí,
es
el
que a
mareo
uno
es...
le queda como el cerebro flotando y está flotando como moviéndose. Entonces uno solo siente esto todo el día, todo el día. Bobo. Yo no, yo creo, debe ser algo así.
Em, William Felipe dice, ¿puedo preguntar una última cosa?
Sí,
Y ya
señor.
después pasamos al tema de comida, jaja. Claro, William Felipe, a
Sí, sí,
ver,
sí. Y ahorita habla de la lechona,
cuente.
que se zampó.
Eh, Anormal dice, yo pensé exactamente lo mismo sobre el cerebro, jajajaja. Mm, sí. Juan David Ruiz Borbón dice,
Ujú.
hola Nicolás y Dani, en Colombia hablamos mucho de Luis Caballero como dibujante,
Sí, un monstruo,
pero ¿qué piensan de la pintura de él, su
monstruo.
uso del color y su pincelada?
Es un monstruo. Lo que
Sí,
pasa es que es súper complejo tratar de como de hacerle una disección a lo que sería el aspecto de dibujo y el aspecto de pintura.
¿cómo separarlo completamente?
Sí,
Sí, es
sí.
muy
Además,
difícil.
toca entenderlo a él como producto de esa época también o sea, en los setentas cuando él empieza como esos ejercicios de figuración, se nota resto que son ejercicios Bacon, de Kooning, o sea, son muy, muy, muy de la época, o sea, muy de la época. Entonces, eh, en ese momento no existía como no había como esa necesidad que quizás sí tiene el arte figurativo, digamos, de trayectoria más clásica, en donde hay como unos aspectos súper diferenciados de lo que es el rol del dibujo o a lo que se asemeja a un dibujo y lo que es el rol de la pintura y lo que debe intentar hacer la pintura que es como ajeno al dibujo. Como que los dos ocupan unos sitios, unos compartimentos distintos, pero que al final se pueden como unir en la tarea de generar lo que eventualmente es una gran pintura. Y digo una gran pintura porque por muchísimos años, por cientos de años, el dibujo nunca era considerado como un fin. El dibujo era solamente como una parte procesual para llegar a la gran pintura, a la gran, estoy poniendo comillas ahí, como a la gran pintura. Y no es sino hasta, digamos, casi que hasta personas como Chile, como digo en Chile, que empiezan a dedicar, o Toulouse-Lautrec, que empiezan a dedicar como muchísimo de su vida a lo que era ese aspecto dibujístico y a tratar de extenderlo como arte en sí, que digamos, el mundo del arte empieza a considerar que el dibujo puede tener unas propiedades que hacen que se pueda parar solo. Eh, y yo creo que en ese sentido es que uno entiende la fuerza que puede tener como el dibujo como expresión. Y en Luis Caballero es súper evidente que el primero es dibujante, o sea, él,
Sí.
él adora dibujar, o sea, él es una persona que dedica toda su vida a dibujar. Y no quiere decir que entonces la pintura de él sea como como, eh, como algo que se le prende al dibujo, como una parte menor que termina prendiéndosele al aspecto de dibujo.
No, pero yo sí creo que es
No,
como el cerebro de un
sí,
dibujante, como el ADN de un
un
dibujante
dibujante pintor.
pintando,
Sí,
exacto.
seguro, seguro es un dibujante
Que
pintor.
de
No,
nuevo no es algo malo, no es
no, no,
algo
no, no, pero sería como, o sea, de pronto tiene más, es más cercano a lo que sería, para contextualizarlo de nuevo y ponerlo en lo que era esa época, es más cercano a lo que haría en términos figurativos Bacon o incluso de Kooning con las mujeres esas de Kooning. Es mucho más cercano a eso que uno pensar que es que el aspecto pictórico cuando está tratando, porque digamos que las reflexiones de Caballero también eran de forma, o sea, eran de figura, forma, que ponerlo al lado de Jericó, por ejemplo.
ujú,
O sea, Caballero tiene igual una naturaleza súper, súper romántica y una apreciación súper romántica de la figura, pero es mucho más distante de Jericó, por ejemplo, no sé, un Rubens, por ejemplo, de algo así, que de de pintura pues de los 60s y 70s, de esa figuración expresionista, abstracta que ocurría como en los 70s. Pero a mí se me hace también que como pintor obviamente tiene una fuerza, una barbaridad,
Mm.
porque tiene esa seguridad como envidiable que tiene un dibujante tan virtuoso como él. Entonces él puede tomar decisiones con color, sabiendo que la manera como está aplicando esas decisiones de color, pues tienen un dibujo inherente de la factura más alta que uno puede encontrar en todo el arte. Porque él, bueno, pues uno peca de ser colombiano y uno de pronto tiene un favoritismo hacia lo local, pero tratando de ser lo más objetivo posible, yo diría que Luis Caballero es de los mejores dibujantes de la historia. De la historia. O sea, es que es un caso muy específico,
Mm.
que no se repite en muchas otras culturas y no hay tantos ejemplos como el de Luis Caballero. Si uno se pone como a escudriñar en la historia del arte, no hay tanta gente que haya dedicado su vida de una forma como tan apasionada, tan sensible a lo que él hizo. Entonces, no sé, aquí yo soy muy, muy,
Sí.
muy, muy fan de él. Además fue profe de mi mamá, entonces.
Juan David Ruiz Borbón dice, sí, naturalmente no es para nada malo. Gracias por la respuesta. Y dice, uy, no sé, en cuanto a lo de Jericho, hay pinturas de caballero, las de violencia, que
Mm,
se parecen demasiado
mucho, ¿no
al
es cierto?
estudio de la cabeza muerta de Jericho.
Sí, es que Caballero es como francés, o sea, Caballero tuvo la fortuna de criarse como artista gran parte de su vida en París. Entonces, obvio tiene esa influencia romanticista,
Ujú.
romántica,
Romántica. Y yo, ujú,
romántica,
sí.
pero, pero de nuevo, es eso traído al contexto de la figuración de los 60, 70. Entonces, ese, esa mezcolanza pues produce unas cosas totalmente distintas.
Y Juan David dice, jaja, yo igual, cada vez que puedo hablar de él, lo hago. Y Anormal dice, gracias por hablar de Caballero, no lo conocía y wow, es genial ver lo que hacía.
Oh, es un monstruo.
Mario León Bonilla. Hola Mario, ¿qué más?
Bueno,
Mario,
un
qué
momento
libro
porque
tan
estamos,
chévere.
un momento porque estamos con personas, con colombianos acá.
Ah, claro.
Entonces,
Yo iba a
me lo
decir un
pasas,
momento que,
Lindsita?
obvio. Muy
Eh,
chévere, Mario.
sí,
Muy
sí, sí.
chévere.
No,
Es que Mario igual es muy bueno. O
sí,
sea,
les quisiera mostrar una publicación, que es la segunda publicación, si no estoy mal, que Mario ha hecho a partir de su dibujo. La primera es,
que está disponible.
sí, la primera es increíble. Lo que pasa es que creo que la primera ya no tiene
Stock.
ejemplares Mario.
Mi amor, más arriba. No
Sí,
se
sí, ya,
alcanza a
ya
ver.
voy. Es que no quiero, es que viene con original. Pues,
Ujú,
bueno, voy a decir, el nuestro venía con original,
ujú.
bellísimo.
Sí,
Mario es un
espectacular.
dibujante monstruoso.
Que lo vamos a enmarcar.
eh, y súper, súper bonita impresión, súper acertado. Papel local es nuestro papel Earth Pact,
Ujú.
que es un papel que no se blanquea, por eso tiene ese color, no tiene, o no, creo que no es que tenga todo el proceso como de limpiamiento que tiene los otros papeles, sino que lo minimizan, si no estoy mal, y
Ujú.
por eso tiene como
Como
este
un
tono,
crema
sí, este
que es
tono que es
súper lindo,
precioso,
sí.
sí, que es súper como terrenal, pero es un papel que se hace de caña,
Ujú.
entonces es súper, súper bonito. Creo que estoy diciéndolo todo bien
Sí, si
acerca
quieres,
del Earth
pásame
Pact.
el wrap
Ah, bueno, un momento. Es
para
que
que no se te
tiene una
deslice.
funda la portada. O sea, Mario se fue de
De
elegante.
elegante, sí.
O sea,
Además es
le
divina.
estaba diciendo, Mario decía que era como un cianotipo. Sí, o parece como una serigrafía,
Ujú.
casi
Sí, 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 100%.
la inclusión o la decisión de hacer como ese azul. Y está súper bonito Enzo acá como en un ex libris ahí, súper chévere. Eh, pero para quien le guste el dibujo y el buen dibujo, tengo que decir yo, esto es muy como Ion Flux, esto está brutal. Muy Phil Hale, muy eh, Kent Williams, como dibujo brutal. Pero quien le gusten viñetas, Mario siempre cuenta como historias de recorridos, me atrevo a decir, como Mario es un caminante,
Sí. Pues sí le interesa un montón, incluso en las fotos que sube, que también son súper chéveres.
sí, él vaga por el mundo. No le estoy diciendo un vagabundo,
Ni un vago.
ni un vago. Buah, pero, pero él es un caminante. Él es un caminante y va registrando y es un dibujante, pero fantástico, poderosísimo. Entonces, eh, a los que nos gusta el dibujo, el buen dibujo, Mario localmente está vendiendo esto a un precio súper accesible. O sea, es un crimen no comprarlo después de verlo. Entonces, todo nuestra
Apoyo,
admiración y
sí.
apoyo
Ahí lo
a
compartí.
Mario. Sí, es
Dice,
un
para
monstruo.
conseguir el libro de Mario León disponible en Colombia. Y
Sí,
ahí está el link del Instagram para que le
sí.
escriban. Y
Libros sí hay, talento sí hay.
sí,
Sí, y lo más harto de Mario es que, así como es un dibujante increíble, es una persona mejor. Entonces, eso lo digo mientras me llora el ojo. Pero es un libro divino,
sí,
que lo
increíble.
vamos a atesorar siempre.
Sí.
eh, no solo porque es un ejemplo de dibujo increíble, sino porque Mario es una persona que queremos mucho
Sí, muy
y
cercano a
se
nuestro
merece todos los
corazón.
elogios, porque
Sí,
se nota, cuando Mario dibuja, se nota que es porque le encanta
sí.
dibujar, no por ninguna otra razón.
Pues y
Entonces,
además de que se nota
mm,
que le encanta, es buenísimo.
sí, no, no, no,
Porque
qué
pues a
rabia,
uno a veces se le
qué
nota,
empute, diría
pero
uno,
no
qué
le sale
mamera,
tan bien. Pero Mario es
qué
muy
mamera que sea
talentoso.
tan bueno,
Muy, muy,
jue
muy.
madre vida.
Mario dice, ay, muchas gracias, demasiado
No,
queridos.
monstruo, Mario, un monstruo.
Y Mario antes
Sí,
está diciendo, ¿qué más? Felicitaciones por el More Possibilities, qué montón de trabajo, está buenísimo.
tan bonito,
Ya
Mario.
estoy pensando en cómo hago para imprimirlo. Ay, super Mario. Me alegra que le haya gustado a
Sí,
Mario.
sí, nos alegra
Sí, sí, sí.
profundamente.
Y muchas gracias por conseguirlo, Mario.
Sí, tan amable, Mario. No
Mm,
tenía que.
Elijah Kelly was saying, hello, Chili. She looks like a little wolf now. Oh my God, she grew so much. Yes.
Every time we look at her, we realize that she's not. She's like a proto dog. She's
Proto dog? No, I
Yeah,
think
I
it's
think
like
she's
a.
like one of the first
No,
dogs
I would
that
say.
weren't really dogs
No,
but
it's
were
like
foxes and
No,
wolves
I
and
would say an advanced dog. She's
advanced
like a
dog.
dog 2.0
Okay.
because she's going again to like a wild
Yeah.
aspect of it,
Yeah,
like a
she's weird.
post-apocalyptic dog.
And she's like as if it's really I don't even know how to explain it, but
Where is she, by the way?
that's her thing. She
She flies sometimes,
Yeah.
so
No, she disappeared. That is one of the advantages of evolving, I guess. Look, she Danny almost stepped over her. She didn't see her. She's a master of disguise. Yeah, amazing.
magic dog.
Yeah, no, she's incredible.
Uh, eh, Elijah was saying she has unlocked invisibility. LOL. She did. I
Dude,
mean, I was looking for her
dude,
and I
she's
didn't.
sometimes she's like
See her.
Drax. She stays still when you can't hear her, you can't see her.
And you call her sometimes,
Oh, she's like
and it's like
she
she
fucks with
knows,
us.
and she's like, I'm not gonna go. I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
stay
move. I'm not
perfectly
gonna
still.
breathe.
She's eating chips.
Yeah. No, she's just like standing still.
I know eating chips was like a
'Cause-
Guardians of the Galaxy
oh,
joke.
but
I'm
she's
sorry.
eating chips also if she can.
Yeah.
Um. So, Juan David Ruiz Borbón dice, está muy bueno, felicitaciones Mario.
Oh, brutal.
Anormal dice, Mario, aprovechando que se encuentra aquí, qué gusto y admiración, ya lo empecé a seguir en Instagram. Increíble trabajo, espero hacer como Dani y Nico y comprar pronto
Sí,
su
vamos.
libro. Sí, sí,
Si
sí.
somos colombianos, nos apoyamos.
Sí,
O sea, no.
100%.
Qué pena, pero me disculpan. Y a William Felipe lo mismo.
Sí.
William.
Y a Juan David Ruiz Borbón.
Sí. William,
Y a todos
son 2
acá.
días de no comer.
Oblea.
Sí, de no comer oblea
Muchas obleas.
ni arroz con leche. Entonces me hace el favor, no traga
Divino.
postre 2 días.
Traga.
Pues William traga. Y apoya a lo colombiano, que somos orgullosos acá todos del talento colombiano. Y me hace un favor y le compran el libro
A Mario.
a Mario Alberto
León Bonilla.
León Bonilla Yepes.
No, no sé hasta ahí. Bueno, la pregunta de William Felipe. Dice, bueno, antes dice, jaja, no sé si mareo, pero sí como la sensación de que había réplicas como cada hora.
Eso se llama
Y
mareo, todo
dice,
bien.
mi última pregunta es la siguiente.
Sí, señor.
Hice un underdrawing con lápiz,
¿Ya?
pero ¿debo sellarlo con algo o puedo pintar encima de una?
Lo
Probé el mejor baguette de chocolate de Bogotá y todo el
Espera.
mundo y de todo el mundo lo prometo, tienen que probarlo. ¿Pero de dónde, William
No,
Felipe?
pero nos deja iniciados ahí.
Eh,
Uy, les juro, delicioso.
y
Hasta
William
luego.
Felipe dice, jaja, yo tengo el primero de caldo, muy bueno. O sea, de caldo
Caldo
parado.
parado, claro. Muy
O
bien,
sea,
entonces,
William Felipe es...
entonces, por favor, volumen 2, William. Y deje de comer baguette.
No, más bien díganos de dónde
Más bien
para
cómprese
comer
un
nosotros.
mojicón. Eh,
¿En dónde, William Felipe?
William Felipe, lo mamón del grafito es que tiene la tendencia a, o sea, puede estar como sedimentado, o sea, uno le puede poner capas encima y él está ahí y tiene una maña horrorosa de salir, de brotar a la superficie el grafito por encima del óleo. Es
Como
una
de
cosa,
manchar, como
no,
de...
aparte de que sí, aparte de que esa primera
Uy,
capa,
sí.
como es graso, el grafito también, el óleo por naturaleza lo va a ensuciar resto. Entonces, si le gusta su dibujo y quiere mantenerlo, pues no, cómprese un fijador a base de alcohol. Esos de Lefranc, creo que son muy buenos, esos fijadores de Lefranc, que son, creo que con base en alcohol. Cómprese uno de esos y fije el dibujo y ya, no tiene que preocuparse por tanto más.
Sebastián Morales Correa dice, hola Nicolás, un saludo desde Pereira.
Buenas, Sebastián. Mario está enviando a Pereira. Entonces me hace el favor. El que saluda, compra el libro.
Catherine was saying, I have to go. Thank you for the stream.
No, thank
Bye.
you, Catherine.
Thank you for being here, Catherine.
We're almost done.
Yes.
We haven't. We also got because, I mean, we were just making fun of how people here. Well, not making fun, but we were trying to nudge people into buying a friend of ours like publication. He did that awesome sketchbook that I was flipping through, a second ago. But it's only available here in Colombia locally, just because international shipping just wouldn't make sense for Mario, unless you're willing to pay for the shipping. And he would, I'm sure he would be totally fine if you're willing to pay for FedEx shipping overseas, which makes it more expensive than the actual book. But if you're willing to pay over, way over the value for shipping,
I'm sure he's
yeah, I'm sure
able
he
to
will
send
be
it.
super
Yeah.
happy to send it very nice to you, to FedEx, via FedEx. And I'm saying FedEx because that's sadly the most accessible and I'm not going to say inexpensive because it's always expensive, but it is
Like
the only option.
straightforward way
Yeah,
to
it's
do
the
it.
only
Yeah.
option that we have for international shipping, sadly. But yeah, but if you have any doubts, just write to him. And if you're super cool and you're willing to cover shipping expenses just to have that book, I would say the book is worth it. So,
Yeah.
for any international people that are listening, that you're willing to cover those expenses and be okay with it, just and feel like that is just part of supporting artists that you admire. That yeah, I mean, in the name of every artist that that is being helped and supported by people all over this world, I would say thank you to you because that's what people have done with us too over the years. So we are very, very grateful with that. When people are that generous and they realize that, you know what, let me eat up those costs. I know it's expensive. I know we can't do anything, regarding shipping. Yes, I'll support you. Like that is, it's more a matter of saying, yes, I'll support you than saying, you know what, it's too expensive. Shipping, it's too expensive. It doesn't make sense for what the value of the book, the actual book is. So if anyone internationally is interested, because I think it is a beautiful sketchbook.
Yeah, you can contact Mario in the link I shared, the
Yeah.
Instagram link.
Thank you, Daniel Lira.
His user is Caldo Parado.
Caldo Parao.
No.
Caldo
Para,
parado. No es caldo
parado.
parado.
No,
Caldo parado.
parado.
¿Parado? ¿Le metí yo el corronchín ahí?
Ah, parao.
Sí, caldo parado.
Parao.
Uh,
I'm sorry, caldo parao.
yeah. And we always say like put your money where your mouth is. So
And we got this
we got
amazing.
some Kota Sasai drawings
Yes.
that he's been a favorite of ours for the longest time.
Yeah.
He's like I'm gonna say this and it's gonna sound I don't know if I, I hope it sounds sincere, not just because we are and I'm speaking for myself, Danny. Like you can have other opinions on other artists, but
I have no idea what
I
you're
think
gonna
he's
say.
my favorite artist on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think easily I can say that every single
You
time
gasp.
he posts something on Instagram, I adore it.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore it. And we wanted to start and maybe this is like selfish me. I wanted to begin with like a couple of like drawings. This one is like a double-sided like drawing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Haim Sotin. He's like the Japanese Sotin, which is a terrible way of describing him. So I'm not gonna do that anymore. But he is that amazing. Um, so we got that one and we got this one, and I want to in the future because I wanted to see the drawings, but I want to also have a painting of his in the future because they're so messy and they're so fucked up and so amazing and they're
Yeah.
so what I love about every single painting that I've ever wanted to do. I think he does with his own work that I want to have that. But I was hoping that we could start slow, I guess, with a couple of drawings and then we could move up to like an oil pastel painting or like like an oil painting in the future. Those are more expensive. I think they're worth it. I think he's just a tremendous painter, like tremendous painter. The type of painting that I love, which is it's him. He does like tons of self portraits, which are all amazing. He paints I think his wife or I think his partner. Let's say his partner, just to be respectful. Um, uh, Paints and draws his partner all the time. Little objects around his house, little fruit around his house. Sometimes he goes walking and we'll do like a little plein air thing of like a view. But it's very simple. It's so simple. It has that sort
Go
of
ahead,
Japanese sensibility of not needing more, but just seeing what you have in front of you and not trying to embellish it in any way and not hoping to clean it up in any way. And it's just enough. It's almost like you grow to respect your surroundings so that they become enough for you and you don't need anything else. And I think it shows so beautifully in every single bit of painting and drawing that he does. So we always say this like and we I mean we are super proud of the things that we have gotten, not because we're trying to say, oh, look how many artists we've supported during these past years, but it's more of like, look how much we've answered back to how we think things are supposed to work. How if people are generous with us, it means that we have a responsibility to be generous with all the people that we admire. And it's not a matter of buying a ton or a ton of one person. Like we've decided over the years to just spread it out and just try to, find as many as interesting things as we can from people all over the world. And they could be like wooden sculptures or like sculptures or
but I don't know if it's gonna fit here.
which one?
The amazing piece you got.
Oh, yeah, if you want. Yeah.
That's
maybe.
why I guessed like in the
Oh,
middle of your
yeah. Sure. No, so we've always wanted to sort of be part of the world that we think is cool for an artist to be part of, which is one where we all support each other. So it's not about just having like these people that are very blessed and are have the means to support artists. And it's not always thinking like, oh no, if I'm gonna do well, I just need to know collectors and I need to know people that are generous or that have like an altruistic spirit or I just need to know them because nobody else will support me. Like if it's not those people that have a lot of money, sort of like disposable income that they want to divert to art. And the truth is, that's not the only way. Like we can create a community that sort of harbors um, um, just knowing that the notion that if you know that you're doing well, then help out other people. But not because you're trying to help out, just because you're hoping that when you buy something, you're just telling them, oh my God, dude, like what you do gives me energy and gives me hope and gives me peace of mind and gets me excited every single day.
Yeah.
And I think that that's awesome. And I really don't know why we've convinced ourselves as artists that we just can't, that, our nature is just to be poor and just not to be able to depend on each other. Like we're always trained to think that we have to depend on those other people that have so much more money than we do. And the truth is that that's not true. Like we are part of a community, of a world where we can support each other. And perhaps the money, it's not huge money, but it's meaningful support. So, Danny, I'm sorry.
No. So, Nicolas got this amazing present for me
What?
from Johannes Hepp,
What?
which is
Who
like
is
my
this
favorite
person?
wood sculpture.
What?
He is absolutely amazing.
I thought you were going to show it there first.
Oh no, because people can't really see it. So
So,
maybe I can zoom out a little bit, or they can see it
I
there.
think kind of. I think we're
He's
almost
so
full frame.
good.
The coolest thing about this, look at this. Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
Look at that.
It's out of focus. That's
Yeah, I
the
know,
thing.
I know. Go super quickly in the camera and
And-
just the f stop. Just go like f whatever, f7 8, 718.
F10.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's gonna look super grainy, but who cares?
Yeah.
We're about to finish.
Ya, ya lo volví a.
No, go f10. Yeah, go f10 for like a couple of minutes. Yeah, we'll finish the whole video with this. So look at that. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? That space, behind the wall. It's very icon-like with this sort of gaudy but amazing sort of golden paint with
And
like these
all
green
the
undertones.
things he does.
Ah,
He's just
the
absolutely.
the warmness of the what do you call that? The el forro de algo. Oh, I forget.
The lining, maybe?
The lining, yeah,
Yeah.
the lining of this coat. Sort of warmness over there. Just the chunkiness of the I don't know. Could they see, Danny? Like the way these, for example.
Yeah.
Just big ass
Oh,
chunks.
because it's a very tough wood.
Yeah,
also.
a lot. Oh yeah.
So you could also see in the coat, like
Yeah.
the little pieces.
Oh yeah, right here. Oh,
We
we're
don't-
not
don't
touching
touch
that.
it, yeah,
no.
'cause
Or
I don't
that
want it to
right
fall.
here.
Ah,
Yeah. We love this little dangling piece there.
Yeah.
It's like a little I don't know if burr is the word for I think that's the word for metal, but I don't know what you
Is
call
burr.
that. Yeah, just a little splays of wood.
Yeah. He's just.
Oh,
too good.
gorgeous. Amazing. No, what are you talking about? Anyways. Now I feel bad because Kota Sasai's drawings, which are incredible, and then sculpture, which is amazing. Now a downgrade to my drawing. So not a good way to finish the
Not a
stream.
downgrade. What are you
Oh,
talking
total
about?
downgrade.
Mm.
I mean, you're the saving grace of the drawing,
Mm,
but
No,
uh
I'm the disgrace.
with my brain that is like, oh.
The disgrace of the drum.
Anyways, that's gonna be
Anyways.
it for today.
Yes.
I'm gonna try, Daniel Lira, but
You're
I'm not promising, but I'm gonna try to be mindful enough to maybe post some of the things that I'm gonna do
Oh,
in the
perfect. Yeah.
Paris workshop.
Yeah.
I usually don't post a lot when I'm traveling because my brain is like I'm doing a workshop.
No, I know you.
It's
You're
not
like
like
in a
I'm
teaching
social
mindset.
media-ing. No, I
Yeah.
don't like to do that. Like my brain is like I am right here and I want to do my job and I want to do it well. So I don't even think about like taking pictures. Sometimes I
Yeah.
take it I take pictures because I want to show you what I'm doing, and then I realize, okay, I have some pictures, and
Or sometimes you take
after
pictures
the
of
fact.
something you want to paint.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's like, oh, I took a picture of a banana. And
yeah,
it's like, oh, where was it? In Paris.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
like
and do
a
you have pictures of the place? No,
no, no, never.
nothing. Just a
Yeah,
banana
just a banana peel
that
in
I want to
Paris.
paint. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but anyways, I'll try. I have to be a little bit better when I travel, but it's my own thing that I just kind of not disconnect, but it's almost like my brain is prioritizing the fact that I'm there and that there's people that paid so that I could be there, and I want to be super respectful to those people, and I want to show them that my attention is on them, and I'm not just trying to like take a photo while I'm working, or I I I I don't appreciate it for myself. Everyone else can do whatever they do, and that's fine. I mean, it's totally fine. But for myself, I just don't like it if people know that I'm like that they're in a workshop with me, and they maybe see me that I'm more interested in posting stories about the workshop than
Then
actually giving
teaching,
my
yeah.
all in the workshop. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that, but then I'll come back next Sunday. Yeah, because I
Next,
travel Saturday, and oh, maybe no, maybe I don't know when I get
from
back.
Saturday to Saturday?
Saturday, it's either Saturday to
Oh,
Saturday or late Saturday to Sunday morning.
yeah, because I know you travel
Let me see now, right now.
from Saturday,
Yeah,
but I don't know if you get here on Sunday.
I'm not sure either. I don't
Cuidado
know.
con el celu más abajito.
I don't know.
I think I have it here.
I have it here too. Let me check. Let me check from
Let's
here.
race.
No, no, no. Just so that I
Oh.
can, just so that I know that I have this app, the app working properly. Oh, it wasn't there. It was here.
Let's race.
No, no, no. I'm good. I'm good. So I'm coming back on the. Oh no, I get here Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, because I told you
Yeah.
you start traveling
Oh
on
Jesus
Saturday.
Christ! I also leave Saturday midnight. What?
Yeah,
No.
I told you it's
No, no,
very
no, no.
late.
Sorry, 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 sorry.
No, but
Sorry.
it's late.
Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. Well, how is this? I'm not even certain that I know when I'm going back. What the hell is this?
No.
Oh, okay. Charles de Gaulle. Yeah, Saturday 3:40 and I arrive Saturday at 7:20 p.m. Yep.
Yeah.
There we go. So
Okay.
I'll see you Saturday night,
Me.
Lindita.
Yeah. But we'll be here as soon as we can.
Yeah.
And the,
Oh, okay. That's for this one.
what?
No, I got confused with the other lines. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little plug at the end of sharing all this art and
Yeah.
all this session. Oh, I'm sorry.
Woo!
For the people that maybe
That's why your foot is like. What do you do?
no,
Look
it
at
was
you
the it
sitting.
was the other
Oh,
one.
it's
No,
terrible.
I'm
Look
good
at your
now.
posture. It's horrible.
Perfect.
Horrendous.
Perfect posture.
Horrendous.
I was gonna say
What are
that
you gonna
maybe
say?
if someone doesn't know, we have PDF available PDFs available
PDF availables.
of
I like
our
PDF
books.
availables.
Of
Of ours book.
of our books.
Ours book.
Ours books
Available.
in our web pages.
Perfect.
Our
Perfect.
paintedlives.com. It's pinned in the comments. You could check those out, and they are print ready. So if you want to
What
print them
does the
out,
print ready mean? I think that's a plug word
look at
for
the tail. She's
nothing.
just like moving
I
her
think
little
that
tail.
is a garbage. Print ready, my butt.
So if you want to check it out, that would be amazing. And thank you for being here again.
Don't check it out. No, no, no. Overpriced.
And if you buy it,
Overpriced.
we can buy Chili some toys and food.
I want nothing. They are using me to get your money. I
So-
speak like this because I am Russian Mexican. She actually is. So
So thank
she
you
can
everyone.
speak like that.
Thank you everyone for being here, and we'll see you soon.
I will
goodbye,
see
Chili.
you.
Subscribe
Good
if
riddance.
you want to,
Good riddance, this bastard.
and
I get a week without
ring
him.
the bell.
Thank God. Thank the dog God. I don't have to lick him for a week.